Ice, is this thing actually working?
Duh.
I thought it might just be easier to speak rather than type a load of messages. Apparently something has gone wrong with this game. I suspect there might be, because there's 2 marks in there. I did do a change to this earlier on, but it wasn't anything substantial. So I am not sure why it's doing reverse answers. What I'm going to propose is I'll stop the game. Is Twitch having issues? Because I don't want to stop the game if it's not me, but if we can confirm that it's doing backwards stuff. Have my answers correct. Working as expected. Yeah, apparently right answers are getting marked as wrong and wrong answers are getting marked as right, but some people it's working fine. My suspicion is that something has gone funny because Mark has got in twice. And I don't know how that has happened because I thought I'd fixed that. So, yeah, we're... No, it is what it is, Mark, but once you've got your avatar in there, stop typing play, basically. Yeah, welcome, Zanon. Hi. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to let it play out, I think, and we'll just see what happens. And apologies in advance if it's not working as expected.
shame.
Fruity, 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 fruity.
What a shame.
Shame.
Loads of money!
He's about to do something stupid.
For Yorkshire!
But he's lovingly rubbed with rhubarb.
I'm Derek Livingston. Better to my friends.
Minus 5 stars!
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Good evening, and welcome to the Buzz Off Studio Theatre, live from Sussex, for the first of the Buzz Off semi-finals. A slight change to the initial schedule due to a convergence of circumstances regarding scheduling. Honestly, scheduling is just really challenging, but we've managed it. But it does mean a slight change to the schedule and a slightly earlier stream as well, because the goal was to start slightly on time. That's not my phone, that's your phone, but it says the same time. We're actually starting at 8 o'clock, which is when we're supposed to start anyway, so that's the way it goes. I've not turned the camera on yet because I am joined in tonight's mystery, the Buzz Off Studio Theatre tonight, by a mystery guest who is here to co-host and be a bit of a pointless friend for me, live and in person. Some of you may have worked it out from some of the guests we've got in the chat. Please welcome to game night, it's huds601! Huds! Here you are in Sussex. How does it feel to come to a respectable county?
Wow. Well, that's how we started, is it?
That's how we're going to go on. That's how it's going to go. We're going to go on from there like that.
I am real. I am in
The
person.
cultured part of the world.
I have squeezed into the studio.
We just about got in. We had to rob Dylan's chair from downstairs. But yeah, we're doing a bit of a kind. So what was this? I thought it just said you must come over. I sort of insisted a little bit.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
And I wouldn't take no for an answer, which is sort of how we became friends in the first place,
Pretty
wasn't
much.
it?
Although, to be fair, we have been planning this for 12 months?
At least a year. At least a year.
It's been tough.
I don't know if I've ever told everyone the time. Some of you who have been around in Huds for a while may know this already. The time Huds and I first got acquainted, it was right back at the start of the pandemic, and
It's by what? October, November 2020?
maybe not even as late as that. I thought it was.
I only started streaming July 2020.
Okay, so it must have been.
So it's around the end of 2020.
It was end of 2020, beginning of 2021. It wasn't
Wait,
that long in.
Sussex is
It
a
was somewhere in the
respectable
pandemic.
county?
Anyway, it was a Saturday morning, and I was looking for some content on Twitch. And I don't know if you'll remember, I had that stupid shadow ban on my account, which meant I couldn't chat in anyone else's channel, and neither could my bot, other than my own channel, and if I was a VIP. And I stumbled onto this. Twitch must have recommended this streamer doing Sonic speedruns, and I clicked onto it, and I thought, this feels very wholesome and nice, and he's quite good at Sonic, and we should bond over this. And I started typing in chat, and no one responded to me. And so obviously the shadow ban was still there, and it turned out the only way I could communicate was by bitting.
Yes.
So I think for the first 3 weeks of being coming into your stream, which only used to be on Saturday morning, I think.
Yep.
I used to communicate in bits, like one bit at a time, just everything I wanted to say. And what was
You came that close to getting banned. That close to getting banned.
It was yeah, and then the shadow ban got lifted, and I was able to communicate like a normal human on
It was
Twitch.
just a case of, why does this guy keep giving me a bit every time he wants to talk to me? Just talk to me normally. And it was all very weird and trying to figure it out. And then you were like, my account's been shadow banned. This is the only way I can talk. And I'm sat there as a brand new streamer thinking, yeah, all right.
That doesn't
all right.
seem right
That
to
doesn't
me.
seem normal. And lo and behold, now I'm here.
Yeah, now it's 3 years on. It all came out in the wash. And and we've obviously, Huds and I have worked together before, never in the same room though.
Nope.
So obviously Huds has done some guest hosting virtually in the past. We've done collab streams on your Bristol Pride drives
More
and
Barbara.
your charity stream. So that's been really good fun to. Oh, and there's a message from our sponsor Popperto. Sorry, you'll notice none of us are wearing cans tonight. We've got the sound bar, but it's on quite quiet because we don't want loads and loads of feedback coming through, especially for our players in the hot seat. So if I do miss any alerts, do forgive me. But Popter, thank you very much for the 100 bits there. Needs more Bovril.
It definitely does not need more Bovril.
No, it doesn't. More Prosecco, possibly, which I will have to... Oh, hello. Go and get in just a minute. So yeah, we've done a bit before, and we've done a couple of races. The last one, which was just over a year ago, which we decided was probably the last one for a bit because
he's no good at Sonic.
I won the first one. Definitely won the first one. Anyway, but we're here. So Huds has come over just for the day. We went out for a Nando's earlier on, and then we went out for a dog walk with my wife and with Dylan, and we played a few games of pool. And who won?
Begrudgingly, you.
5-4. 5-4. We played race to 5, and
do you want to tell them how you won on the final frame?
So 4 frames apiece, and then Huds gets a free ball. I fouled. He gets a free ball, and he pots the black.
Oh, such
Which
a big
is
mistake.
such a rookie error. And the great thing, we said we'll play out that frame, and he immediately cleared up the rest of his yellows.
Yeah, immediately. Also, good evening to my lovely, lovely wife in the chat. Don't you typical me, wife?
Hey, this is Huds.
God damn it.
So it was really funny. So this is Huds calling you earlier on. We're in the car coming back for the dog walk. What you want?
Yeah. It's cool.
Anyway, welcome to all of our regular friends here on Game Night, and to all of our guests who I know have come over from Huds' channel. You're very welcome to be here. Let me just go through you very quickly. Good evening to Colo, Puzzle Dan, Oni, AB Me, Mark Sampson, Nodacat, David, Lupine, Fernando, Dragon and Mantissa Dev. Good evening, Stinson, Zangle and Jogging and Innis and Brand New Halo. Good evening, Claire and Bassunis and Shapes and Xanon, to Sleepy Space Sheep. That's a great name. Welcome.
Hello,
to
guest.
Topper, to Toot, to Poke the Frostlas, Erin Stockdale, Mr. Gamerman, good evening, Stilgar and Ardenfetz, Shiny Zangtsu, and Lewis, and Vital Kanev, and De Gopher, and Matt, and Popter, and Mrs. Hudson, Corner Red, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for what promises to be a very special evening of Game Night. And we have got 3 more games lined up. Thank you to Lingo for writing the Plinko questions. Plingo, if you will.
Plingo.
Sorry something went slightly wrong. Good evening, Nata. Welcome to the stream. Sorry something went slightly wrong there. Obviously, I need to go. It's all on me entirely. I think it's partially on me. I think possibly having 2 marks in there, it just got a bit overwhelmed by the whole
how
thing.
hard is it to do a check to see if someone's already entered? I mean, that's the basics.
I'm about 80% sure there is one,
the
but
basics of development.
you don't know how to. You know what? I'm just going to.
No, but I can roast you.
Just going to ignore you.
I am acting on behalf of our wonderful audience here.
You know what? That's fair. Okay, we've got 3 games to get through. Was 2, it's now 3, because we've got the first of the Buzz-Off semi-finals tonight, just for scheduling reasons. The winner of this match will be going through to the grand final on the season finale on probably September the 9th, maybe September the 2nd, we'll have to see. And the one who doesn't win, I suppose you could say the loser, will be going into the 3rd place match for the bronze medal position. We've got a great pack lined up by Zeus. There is the capacity to play along in the audience if you would like to do
How
so.
hard can it be?
There are your instructions. Head over to hackbox.ca and join with the room code VQZS if you would like to play along and potentially suggest a winning title for the evening. Matt, thank you for the 100 bits right there. The worst 5 words for amateur programmers. How hard can it be? Excuse me, I'm definitely not an amateur programmer. I am now officially on somebody's payroll as a programmer.
You're an amateur.
I am now a professional programmer. I will have you know, sir.
I'm amazed you don't just have a button where you can just remove people from the game. That seems the obvious solution to me, right?
Just remove someone who upsets me.
That'd be easy. Do join in, everyone. If you're from my stream, my community, please do join in as well. They're general knowledge questions. Some of them you'll get, some of them you won't. It's all a bit of fun.
It should be a lot of fun. I made assumptions, Matt. Your grace is quite right. Tom Nouse Jr., welcome to the stream. I can't necessarily guarantee I'll give you a follow back if you follow me, mainly because I'm streaming just at the moment and not necessarily looking at other people, but you're very welcome to be here. Do give us a follow. Popter, instructions on the screen right now if you want to join in. I'll leave it there for a couple of minutes because I know some people may not be acquainted with Hackbox. I'm going to take this opportunity to tag in my guest host just to fill some time while I go get myself a drink.
Yeah, mine. Grab me
Do you need anything? What do you fancy?
Water, please.
Just a water.
That'd be lovely. Hi, everyone. How you all doing? You're mine now. This is my stream. It's fantastic to be here. I hope you're all doing well. All the lovely quiz lot, the lovely quizzing community. By the way, he says I'm here as the pointless friend. I can't really see what's happening. Like the words for it's like that small. I'm going blind. I'm old. So if I'm being honest, I'm
Quick
basically
HUD.
here to
Lock
make
the door.
make
It's
him
your
look pretty.
stream.
Like I'm the one that makes the stream look good, but I also bring the IQ down at least 30 points. So yeah. Matt, quick HUDs, lock the door, it's your stream. 80 bash, thanks for 100 bits as well.
Which is
better to host, this or
ESA?
ESA? I would probably say ESA because I'm in full control there. Like I'm in control. I can do it all. But this is also equally as fun.
It is so strange. Oh, Discord died.
Discord just restarted. It does that. Yeah.
Discord. It's so weird. I feel like this must be what it's like in one of those content creator houses where they've got 6 streamers living under the same roof.
Oh, that is more unpredictable than this.
Yeah, probably, I'm going to need
totally
to screen
laced that
share
water
with
with rat
our hot
poison.
seat players again.
Careful.
Right, time is ticking on. It looks... Well, Popperter's got in. Oh, goodness me, there's a whole load of bits coming in.
I've been talking for a while.
This is what happens. You come on my stream for like 30 seconds and you raise me money.
This is the effect of having me on your stream. Like I said, I make it look 10 times better, but I bring the IQ down by 30 points.
You know what? I'll take it.
What do you want? Do you want to look clever or do you want money?
Is it really bad that I want to look clever? That's what I want to go for on that one. My computer's just done a Discord restart and that Chrome window has just crashed, so I'm hoping that's not a harbinger of things to come. Theory Game, Ash the Bash, Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. And there's a load of bits coming in here.
Okay, I'm going to put you in the ESA host hot seat.
Right.
Scroll down.
Scroll down or up?
100 bits from Poppeter. Read it out.
I see TTS, so must Clanther Pwilgwilgochery.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
It's a solid 6 out of 10.
That's better than any attempt I've ever done. That's always, as a donation host, that is the worst one to see. When you see Poppeter, like $10 or something, and you see that word, you go, oh god, I'm gonna have to make a fool of myself.
I gave it a go. Thank you for the 100 bits, Popter. Oni, Ben's totally laced up what we're at, boys, together, mate. Thank you for the 100 bits. Bash. So then, Huds, which is better to host this or ESA? Thank you for the 100 bits. Matt, 100 bits. Quick, Huds, lock the door. It's your stream. Fortunately, we've only got gate latches here. Look, that room code will be there throughout, so we're going to go to the wide view. If you do fancy coming to join, if you're just joining us now, or you maybe want to see a bit of what it's like and then change your mind, do come in and join us. VQZS is the room code at hackbox.ca. For now, we have got 2 contestants who have been waiting very, very patiently in the wings, and we're hoping that they're still going to be here and that everything is going to hold together. Let's welcome tonight's semi-finalists. That soundbar is very quiet, or we're very loud. I'm not sure which it is.
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
It is Jogging versus David. Good evening, both of you. First of all, Jogging, coming to you. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm not doing too bad, Chiz. Just to let you know, the audio quality has taken a bit of a nosedive for me since your Discord crashed.
Righto. You're coming through loud and clear at this end. How am I sounding to you?
You sound very crackly and roboty.
Okay, time to disconnect, reconnect. Let's give it a go. Disconnect, reconnect.
Technology.
How's that? Turn it off and on again. Any better, Jogging?
Not better? Really, no.
Echo, echo, echo. Oh, there's some echoes happening, so I'm going to have to turn down the sound. But okay, let's see what's happening here.
There does seem to be a correlation between you appearing with me and all your technology going
That hadn't gone unnoticed, Hudson. That hadn't gone unnoticed. Guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fully restart Discord, and I'll rejoin. So stay where you are, and I'll be right back. And what it might mean, stream gang, is that I may have to revert to the headset because that is probably where your echo is coming from. Because I've got the microphone here and the soundbar there, because there's 2 of us rather than just me. It's normally just me with the headset. So I've closed Discord. I'm going to reopen it and hope for the best. Clive, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. Let's get Discord back up. Let's rejoin the guys. Huds has got earbuds, but I doubt we can hook it into my system in the next short amount of time that we have. Fingers crossed I'm coming through a bit clearer.
No, honestly. Could you
Dear.
possibly kick me out and bring me back in, see if that'll work?
Let's try it. The thing is, you're sounding very clear, but let me drop you in the green room. And bring you back. Any better?
Hello?
I've just switched the soundbar off, and I'm going to revert to my headphones just for a minute. Sorry, mate.
No, go for it. It's all good.
It's already sounding a little better.
Okay, I've switched the soundbar off. We're just gonna go with that.
I can hear.
You can hear?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Okay, fine. We're gonna go with that, and Huds is gonna go without sound. I'm gonna fully switch the soundbar off. Hopefully that's acceptable. Joggy?
Yeah, that's listenable.
Fab. I'll take that. Lartiverse, welcome to the stream. Now, jogging semi-final time. Excited?
A little bit, yeah. It's come around a little bit sooner than I expected, but
yeah, I can only apologise for that.
no, it's fine. Yeah.
Facing up against David, how do you fancy your chances?
I didn't actually check out his match against Arun, but obviously, Arun is a pretty strong player, so I guess it must have been a
Well, I can tell you, and David
pretty
won't mind
impressive performance.
David won't mind me saying this because it's public record. Arun went 2 points ahead in the first 2 rounds, and then they tied up round 3, and David pulled it back at the end. So that may be where his...
That bodes badly for me because I'm terrible at the last round, so...
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. The pack has been written by Zeus, so we'll see what it brings for you. Best of luck tonight, jogging. Buzzing off against... Oh, first of all, though, you have got a sound-getting, attention-getting device, and if you want my attention, you go like this.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Indeed you are, and I got confused when I tested it earlier on because I heard a Scottish accent, assuming that must be David's, but it's not. David, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Scottish accent reporting for duty.
Now, I hear you're in a... Ben voice meter changes are often a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, they fully are, Ash. Fully are. David, I hear you're a little under the weather today.
I am, yes. Tonight was a surprise. I wasn't. I was supposed to be at a garden party at a friend of my girlfriend's, but I tested positive for COVID on Monday, so we are now shacked up. So I had an unexpectedly free evening tonight, so this worked out well.
Trivia all night for you, then.
Yeah, I've spent the entire week just playing Pikmin 4 and trying to get better.
Nice.
So.
How do you fancy your chances against jogging tonight?
I mean, jogging's a very good quizzer, and I honestly don't know what to expect. So I didn't see jogging's match either, so we're going in completely blind, both of us. So we'll see how the questions go, because I think any question can fall either way. I'm hoping for a lot of Sonic. Huds, if you can use some kind of influence to get me to name all the levels in Sonic 3 or something like that, then we'll be sorted.
Well, Huds can only sort of just hear you at the moment.
Drag me into the room.
Oh, Huds. Oh, are you in Discord? Ah. Huds has come up with a novel solution because he has got earpods and he is now in the Discord room.
Yeah, I can't claim ownership of this one. I can thank Xanon for this idea.
Are you muted on there?
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah.
Perfect. CBK, welcome to the stream. This is brilliant. Oh, what a Xanon! What a genius idea. So we are all in, and everyone can hear at least to an acceptable level. We're going to put the phone back on charge. Yeah, because otherwise it gone die. Well, lots to look forward to. David's also got an attention-getting device. David, if you want my attention, you go like this.
Groovy!
As you do, as ever, Earthworm Jim, groovy. Right, place in the final awaits the winner of tonight's match. Good luck to you both. And if you're playing along in the audience game, good luck to you as well. Lots of pennies available for you. Plus, you get the opportunity to recommend the title of this episode. I will give you a heads up now. You can only recommend one title, and you can recommend those titles in between rounds. A message from our sponsor, Dragon. No message, but it's a gifted sub from Dragon to Xanon. Xanon, enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month. And Dragon, thank you very much for your generosity there. Most kind. So, yes, if you're playing along in the audience game, you get a chance to recommend the title in between the rounds, but you can only give me one suggestion. At the end, they'll all be anonymised, and I will pick my favourite, and that will be displayed in the closing credits. Good luck to everyone. Let's go to round one. It's a trivia search. Have you got the game? You got your noise-cancelling headphones in? Huds has got his noise cancelling headphones, so he can't even hear me anymore except through the microphone.
This is
Oh, that is very fine.
No, it's fine.
Okay, Jogging and David, I know you both know the rules of this game, so you both played before. Just a refresher for our audience and anyone who hasn't played before. You're going to be given a word search grid, 13 by 13, and a category. Hidden within that grid, there are 5 words that fit the category. All our hot seat players have got to do is buzz in and tell me what the words are. First to find 3 wins the board. First to 2 boards wins the round, and that all-important chevron. If you go ahead at any point of your opponent will have a global 30-second timer start on them. They must buzz in and equalise before that timer runs out, or they will default and lose the point automatically. If you buzz in and are incorrect, you are frozen out for 10 seconds, thus giving your opponent some free thinking time, and over the course of the round, the letters will gradually be removed to reveal only the correct answers. If you're playing along in the audience, you have 5 attempts to find the words in this word search grid. Your spelling must be exact. If you're wrong, there's no penalty, but you only get a maximum of 5 attempts, and there are exactly 5 in the grid that fit the category. So spelling must be exact, that's very important, and the earlier you answer, the more points you get. Most importantly, though, you must answer before our hot seat players do. Once a hot seat player has given a particular answer, you cannot get any points for it, so it'll just be a wasted attempt. Hopefully that all makes sense. Good luck in the audience, good luck to Jogging and David, and we'll go to our first puzzle, and we're looking for F1 World Drivers Champions.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Jogging.
Hakkinen.
Good start. 3-second freeze out when a player finds a correct answer. And Jogging now well back in. David.
Senna.
Senna is good. Stopped your clock.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
But Jogging's right back in.
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve is good. David, your clock's back on. Jogging, find one more, you win the grid. David, find another one, and you can equalise. And find it quick. There's time, David. Bad luck, you're out of time. Jogging winning it with 2. Very well played. Both finding at least 1, but there were 2 to reveal. Lots of answers coming in the chat at this point. Claire, I'm getting invalid validation code. I don't know if you're trying to join the game through Twitch chat. You've got to go to Hackbox for this one. Lots of audience players getting some points there. The missing answers were Senna and Alonso. No, they weren't. They were Farina. We found Senna. Farina and Alonso. I can't read my own game. Huds,
I was happy to get 1.
You're happy to get 1? That's good. I
do not know F1 at all.
I should have given you a clarification. This is any F1 driver who has won at least 1 World Drivers' Championship in their professional career.
I mean, that is what designates.
I was pushing the F1 key on my keypad, hoping it would help.
Unfortunately not. You're a point behind, but space to catch up. Let's go to our next puzzle. We're looking for boroughs of London. Any of the local authority districts that make up the administrative area of Greater London.
Groovy!
David.
Islington.
Good start. Jogging, clock's on.
I mean, you could just guess after these.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Shush, they need to think. Jogging.
Ealing.
Is good. You've stopped your clock, 1 apiece.
I'm here to cause chaos.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Jogging to take the lead.
Hounslow.
Is good. David, your clock is on. 2 plays 1 again.
So bad at these.
Groovy!
David to equalise.
Greenwich.
Good. 1 to find. Clocks are off. It's all about who finds word number 5. It is in there
I'm going
somewhere.
for a hole-in-one.
Jogging thinks he's got it.
Wisham.
Is not the right answer. You are frozen out for 10 seconds. Jogging,
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Yes, Jogging.
Oof, I got Lewisham.
Lewisham is what we wanted there, yes. We are at the semi-finals, so I couldn't prompt you on Wisham there, but Lewisham is what we wanted. Well spotted.
I should have thought of that.
Take the hint. You can take the hint from Jogging, but unfortunately not there. David Jogging has gone 2-0 up, which means he is going to win this round. We forego puzzle number 3, and Jogging, you've got the first chevron. Okay, 5 plays 4, Jogging taking the early advantage. But David, you've been in this position before, you've come back from it, so still plenty of game time left. Opportunity for you in the audience to recommend a title. We're listening out for meme-worthy or funny things that get said, or just a short expression that you think can reflect the title of this episode. So anything you want to submit as a title suggestion, you can submit one across the whole gamut of the game. So maybe you want to give it a bit more game time to see if we've actually got... see if some more jokes develop over the way, or maybe you think you've seen the perfect joke title already. But send them in, they're anonymised, so I pick my favourite. You get some bonus pennies, and you get your name in the credits at the end as well. Jogging with an early advantage, we're going to move straight on to round number 2. It's the auction house.
My suggestion, amateur dev.
Amateur dev night. What's amateur dev night?
You.
You're not even in the audience game. You can't suggest a title. Amateur Dev Night. You won't come again. Round 2 is the auction house.
He can come again, but he has to spend a bit every time he wants to say something.
Yeah, that sounds fair. A message from our sponsor, someone I can't see because I haven't got the window open.
Well, our barbecue was a bust, so let's play some good old quiz instead.
Sounds about right. Thank you very much for the 29-month subscription, Shadowmane. Most grateful to you. Yeah, actually, the burn there. Yeah, can someone please run Royal under the cold tap? Thanks for that burn. You need some burn heal with that. Round 2. This is serious tournament. We'll leave the larks for Data Leak or the Abyss later on. No, it's fine. You're good. Round 2 is the auction house. You're going to go back and forth bidding +1, +2, +3 on a given category. You go back and forth and back and forth. At one point, your opponent will challenge you to name them. You've then got 10 seconds per answer to give me the correct answers of the ones that you have bid. If you are successful and you match your bid, then you win a point. If you fail, your opponent gets the point instead. Once again, it's best of 3 boards, so first to 2 points will win the chevron. In the audience game, slightly different for you. You get the category right at the beginning, and your goal is to give me the rarest correct answer that you can. If you give me a correct answer, and there are certain keywords that will buzz in that will trigger correct answers on your devices, but you only give me one answer. If you give me a correct answer, you get points automatically. For every answer that goes by from our hot seat contestants that isn't the answer you give, you get more points. So you want to go for the rarest correct answer, the one you think these guys aren't going to say. But be warned, you've got to be quick, because these guys could challenge at any moment. They may not give warning, and once they've challenged, you won't be able to get anything else in. So there'll be a bit of back and forth between them in all likelihood, but you've got to think quickly and type quickly if you want those points to count. Hopefully that all makes sense to you all. Jogging and David, very best of luck. We go to our first puzzle, which is Brad Pitt films released in the 2000s decade. To clarify, Jogging, you're going to be bidding first in just a minute. We are looking for feature-length films that Brad Pitt is credited in on IMDb that has a US release between the 1st of January 2000 and the 31st of December 2009, including voice credits. That is what we are after. Would you like to open the bidding with 1, 2, or 3? We're starting with 2. Audience, I hope that you are thinking about your answers and getting them in as quickly as you can. You only need to give me 1. David. +3. We're straight up to 5. Jogging, we're back to you. Ooh, just a single 1. We're up to 6. David, any more for any more? And there's the challenge. Jogging, off you go.
Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards, directed by Quentin Tarantino, is a good start. It's 5 to go.
Django Unchained.
Django Unchained. I'm afraid.
2012.
Not. It was 2012, and also I don't.
Oh, 2000. Oh, right, okay.
I'm also fairly sure.
I read that since 2000. Never mind.
It wasn't.
Didn't star Brad Pitt. Also fairly critically.
He's in
that might also be true.
DiCaprio played Calvin Candy.
DiCaprio. Oh, right. Okay. I get. Yeah. I think David deserves that point.
It was very much so. Shadowmane, welcome to the stream formally. A lot of answers up there you could have had. Missing answers.
Can I have a go?
Go on, David. See how many you can get.
Ocean's 11, Ocean's
Good.
12, Ocean's 13.
That's a solid start for 3.
And then he was in Megamind. And then I think my fifth was going to be Inglourious Bastards.
Inglourious Basterds was there. Megamind was not on my list, I'm afraid. I don't know if that was a
lot. I thought he was in that, but
I checked the. I proved this earlier on. I didn't see it. It may have been a later release. Missing answers you could have had. Lingomaniac, welcome to the stream. Babel, Burn After Reading, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, Full Frontal, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Oceans 11, 12, and 13, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, Snatch, Spy Game. The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, The Mexican, and of course Troy were the missing answers that you could have had there.
Megamind was 2010, so yeah, I would have hung myself on that one.
I hope that you're not looking up answers in between the questions, David. That goes against all of our principles here, or someone just whispered in your ear.
I did just quickly Google that. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
It is sort of against the house rules to do that, especially when you're in a live game, but I'm sure it was just
sorry.
an idle curiosity just on that one. It's not inactive game time, so I do appreciate that. Petland Morgan, is that Morgan Shiro? Morgan Shiro, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. David, you do get that opening point. Very well played. We're going to the next puzzle, and we are looking for top 10 non-European countries in 2023 World Happiness Report. To clarify, David, you're going to be opening the bidding in a minute. We are looking for, according to the World Happiness Report published in 2023, looking at the average across the years of 2020 to 2022. And by country, we mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right. Time to open the bidding, David.
Surely you should have let the pointless friend say that.
I probably should have done. Next one, you could read the clarification ahead of time in case we get there, Huds, and you can do that one. David, opening the bidding 1, 2, or 3. Straight in with 3. Jogging. Another 2. We're up to 5. Member audience, get your answers in quick. A challenge has happened. Jogging, off we go.
Let's go with New Zealand.
Good start. 4 to go.
Australia.
Equally good. 3 more.
Let's go with Japan.
You'd think. I'm afraid not. David, where else would you have gone there?
I was thinking Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore's down. Could you have done the other 2?
And then that was it.
Go on, have a guess. Name a country.
Malaysia?
No, I'm afraid not. Missing answers: Canada, Costa Rica, Israel, Singapore, Taiwan, the United Arab Emirates, the United States of America, believe it or not, and Uruguay. I don't write this shit. I just read it out. Pandas are robots. Welcome to the stream. What a great name there. Pandas are robots. Welcome on in. Which means we've gone the other way, and David has gone 2-0 up. Which means you don't get to read your pointless statement.
That's right.
But we'll save that question. It might be able to come up another time. And after that one, David is earning the chevron and is going to take the lead.
Like I said at the beginning,
I'm not used to being in a winning position. This is scary.
But Huds is going to do the continuity since I didn't let him do the pointless stuff.
I was doing the continuity.
Do the continuity, the in-between round continuity.
The in-between round things. There's chevron things and David's in the lead and good stuff and quiz things.
Sake. So I've got a complete amateur in here. David takes the lead with 5, jogging on 4. If you're playing along in the audience game, you want to recommend a title for this episode, now is your opportunity to do that. We will pick our joint favourite at the end. Maybe I'll let you do that. I'll let you pick the title.
Excellent. Someone put my suggestion in.
That is...
It's a guaranteed win.
No, okay. I rescind my offer to let you pick the title. You can convert it. Don't put Huds' title in, because it won't get picked. I can tell you that for nothing. It's 5 plays 4. But yeah, if you've seen something meme-worthy or funny that you think would be a great title for this episode of Buzz Off, then do suggest it now.
Can I request that the chat now put in as the title of the show, don't put Huds' title as the show?
How many levels of meta do we want to go down here? This is Buzz Off, not Inception. It's a quaint little game show. It's not...
At least 2 more levels.
At least 2. Okay,
at least
fine.
2 more levels.
And we get down to the bottom, we find Cillian Murphy just asleep in a bed.
I don't think Brad Pitt was in that one either.
No, he wasn't. Again, it was Leonardo DiCaprio. We're going to move on. This is turning into Chaos All Night. And the reason I wanted to start earlier is because this guy needs to get on the road for 10 o'clock. We're supposed to be starting Data Leak in -2 minutes.
That's fine.
It's fine. Okay, fine. We'll crack on. We're going to crack on. Go on to the next round. It's David on 5, jogging on 4 as we go to round 3. It's the Time Warp. So this is the second season of Buzz Off that I've run. Last season it was also called Time Warp, and for every single game that we've done, I have managed to avoid doing that. You are the first to do it.
What?
Congratulations, the prize is yours.
Why don't you have that as a sound clip for that?
Muting reasons.
5 seconds, you get away with it.
Everyone prefers Linda Rohn as well. Linda Rohn, who is, of course, the producer of the soundtrack. Flush, I regularly look and I love it. I love your name, Panzer Romans. It's lovely to have you here with us. Right. We're moving on. The Time Warp. Some explication for you if you want to know how it works. Jogging and David are going to have two halves of up to 3 puzzles. Again, best of 3. All you've got to do is hit your buzzer when the slider is pointing to the correct numerical answer. The range will vary from board to board, but the difference between the first half, the beginning of the first half and the end of the first half, and the beginning of the second half and the end of the second half will be the same difference for each puzzle. It will become clear when the board is revealed in just a minute if I'd made that the opposite of clear, whatever that is. Opaque, I suppose. Audience game, you've actually got exactly the same game as the audience. You'll get a little readout saying how far along we are in a percentage term, so 5%, 10%. All you got to do is hit the buzzer when you think the answer is pointing to the right one. The closer you are, the more points you get. As to our players, they're both going to buzz. There will be no visible reaction on the screen that they have buzzed, though they will get a readout on their own devices, and it will say where they stopped at. Whoever is closer gets the half point, and if someone is in the lead at the end of the board, they win the whole point, and first to 2 points wins the board. If it sounds complicated, I promise you it's not. One catch for the audience game is that you must buzz before your timer gets to 100%, or you will get a default of 0 for the board. So just hit the buzzer at some point when you think it's pointing to the right answer. And the numbers may not necessarily be nice round numbers to add an extra level of maths to it, which is of course what you all wanted on a Saturday night. Let's go to the first puzzle. Sometime between 1400 and 1700, and this slide will take 15 seconds to get from the beginning to the end, to give you an idea of exactly where it is in case you've got a bit of lag. So a range of 300. Diego Velázquez first paints Las Meninas. 15 seconds, and your sliders start now.
Are you familiar with the painting?
I am not. Only from proofing this back earlier on.
Neither am I.
It's fine. I'm sure Diego Velázquez gives some information, possibly, maybe. G. Eisens, welcome to the stream, and the noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed. Let's see where they stopped at.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
A little bit of disparity. David going pretty much slap bang in the middle, John going a little bit later. When did Diego Velázquez first paint Las Meninas? Late 1656 was the answer. Late on the timeline, Jogging taking the first half a point, but you've got to get the second half, Jogging, or get a dead heat, which we did see in the last game that we played. It's very unusual to see it, but it is possible. But Jogging, if you get this one, then you get that first point. David, if you can get this second half, then you'll tie up, and there will be no points awarded for this first board. Best of luck. For the second half of the puzzle, Jogging 61 away, David 104 away, incidentally. We're looking for when Pablo Picasso first paints Las Meninas, sometime between 1700 and 2000, and your slider starts now.
Plagiarism?
I think Les Meninas is probably a broad subject.
I mean, it most likely is. Yeah. I doubt it's Picasso having his own take on the same painting.
My Spanish is a little bit nostril, so I'm not sure what Las Meninas means, but I'm sure someone will tell us in the chat in a minute. The noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed. Pablo Picasso may be a bit more easy to trip off the tongue. Let's see where you've stopped at.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Okay, still a bit of disparity. David going a bit later this time, Jogging just after the halfway point. Let's see what the correct answer is and who was closest. It's David that time. We've got 1 red, 1 green, which means it's a dead heat and no points awarded for this board. 1957. Both of you a little early, though David just 25 short, Jogging 74 away. Tied up on that board, and thank you to all the Las Meninas paintings in the world by Velázquez or Picasso. Something completely different for you now. Let's go on to puzzle number 2. We are looking for the estimated population of Equatorial Guinea in 2023, and it's somewhere between 1...
Is that 10 million?
And 10 million.
Okay. You know, just casual.
So it's very important to know the orders of magnitude we've got here. Somewhere between 0 I would wager it's more than that.
I'll give you a clue for free. It's not 0.
It's not 0. Somewhere between 0 and 10 million, the population of Equatorial Guinea as of 2023.
Unless something catastrophic has happened.
Something catastrophic has happened recently. Very recently. Yes.
Someone check BBC News.
It's still as of 2023.
An asteroid has hit or something.
No, in 2023. We are still in 20. Sliders start now!
Chaos. It's chaos in the studio.
It is a bit relativity, isn't it? Don't look at it. This is entirely on Zeus, this one. That's the question writer here. I just need to bring that bottle of Prosecco up, don't I? Yeah. Noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed. Let's see where they've stopped at.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Ooh, it's very close. It's very, very close. David slightly later, Jogging slightly earlier. Let's see who was correct and what the correct answer was.
Equatorial Guinea is not a big country.
No, it is not. 1.7
I still thought it had more than Scotland, though. That surprised me.
Yeah.
1,737,695 right at the front end. Remember, going up to 10 million here. So just shy of 2 million. Jogging stopping at 6.6 million. David at 7.1. Jogging, you were just 4.95 million away, but it's enough for the half a point. David 5.3 million away, but not enough there. So you know it's going to be the same range.
The entire population of Scotland away.
The next one is going to be between 10 and 20 million, and we are looking for the estimated population of Guinea in 2023. We've had Equatorial Guinea, now it's time for Guinea. 15 seconds, and the slider starts now. That's going to be my buzzer. Ben screaming, sliders start now. Well, you've rather given away your hand here, G. Isons, if that was going to be your title suggestion. I feel obligated if I'm 100% certain on I know someone has submitted the title, I probably won't pick it. The noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed. Let's set them to their right positions.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
David going much, much later than Jogging here. Jogging just before the midpoint. David about 3/4.
I just went for the exact same stuff.
For the same one. Let's see if we can get 17 million. If you get 17 million, I'm inclined to just cancel the rest of the game. If you get 17,122,566, or just stop the game and say David wins, because that's miraculous. Let's have a look. The correct answer is, and who was closest? Oh, you went far off, David. But Jogging, look at that.
That's worth a point.
That's worth only 180,000 away, but relative on our line, that is very, very close indeed. David, I'm afraid 3.6 million away. And Jogging, you have got a point on the board. However, you have not got it in the bag yet. David has got to win this one in order to force a tie, something he will remember doing in his opening round match. Jogging, if you can force a tie on the next board, or if you can win it outright, then you win the chevron. Best of luck. Let's go to the third and final puzzle. We're looking for the highest score achieved in a competitive game of Scrabble, somewhere between 0 and 2,500, and your slider starts now.
Is it even possible to score 2,500 in a game of Scrabble?
I feel it must be.
I don't know. You're the quiz.
Well, the thing is, you get 50 bonus points if you get a 7 if you use all of your tiles.
I mean, maybe if you come up with like a 20 character word.
It must be. It must be possible to get more than that. That's still pretty high. I mean, the most I've got is about 150. So for the sake of, I'm not very good at Scrabble.
Can you fit anti-disestablishmentarianism on a Scrabble board?
No.
Oh, then you're probably not.
No, but you can fit. I mean, what's Scrabble? 15 by 15, I think. So you can get a 7-letter word down and then add another 7 letters to get a 14-letter word. Certainly. We're having a lovely chat and everyone's friends, but I think we should probably check out the scores. The noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
David thinks it is in the first half of the line, Jogging in the second half of the line. Almost dead heat between you around the middle. Let's see who was closest and what the correct answer was. Oh wow,
I'll take
David! Bloody Nora. 850 is the highest score achieved in a competitive game of Scrabble. Stopping at 806, just 12 away. Jogging 754 away. Great effort from David there. But it's not enough on its own. David, you are going to have to win this one or force an exact dead heat in order to prevent that chevron from going to Jogging. So, as we go to the second half, We're looking for the sum of all the coloured property values in classic Monopoly. Just a disclaimer, UK-US doesn't matter. I know we've got two UK-based contestants here. UK-US doesn't matter because properties have the same value in respective currency. All of the coloured property values in classic Monopoly, somewhere between 2,500 and 5,000, and your sliders start now.
Are you telling me they're not accounting for inflation in the different...
I guess they're not. But here's the thing, I mean, you go to... I will buy the whole of Mayfair for 400 Monopolies.
400 Monopolies.
I think 400 Monopolies, or is it 200 Monopolies?
What is the official currency of Monopoly?
It's M.
Yeah, but it's not just called Monopoly.
M with a line. I thought it was called Monopolies.
M-bucks.
Monopoly dollars? It might be dollars. Noise has stopped, which means both players have buzzed. Let's have a look and see where they've stopped.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Oh, that's very close. David slightly earlier, Jogging slightly later. Both thinking around the sort of 3,500, 4,000 mark, judging by if my maths is any snuff. Let's have a look what you actually said, what the answer was, and who was closest. Oh, well. Much later, 45.90. David, 11.51 away, but Jogging 10.87 away, which means you forced another tie, which means with 1 point, Jogging is going to take the chevron. Just to clarify, we were specifically referring to the properties you can build houses or hotels on only, so not stations or utilities. It will give you a total of 4,590. Jogging, you're forced to tie on that board, which means you have won the round and you've won that chevron. Monopoly monies. Pardon me, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. And we're back and forth and back and forth. It goes 5-4 to 4-5 to 5-4 again as we come into the final round. It's as close as it can be. Jogging on 5, David on 4. Opportunity to get a title in now if you want. There will be one more opportunity at the end if you still don't think the most meme-worthy moment has come up just yet. And I hope you get lots and lots of points out in the audience game as well. This final round, though, this is where it is going to be decided, which I will explain in just a minute once I've given people an opportunity to suggest a title if they so desire. How do you think it's... how's it going from your point of view, Huds? You've played this game once before, haven't you?
I played, yeah, when it was still being built, like very, very early build of it. If you
it was version 1.
It was version 1.
Yeah. So it was that was fully built. It was just not as good somehow.
It's a very close match so far. It's
very close.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way at the moment. Clearly, with a 5-4 to Jogging.
Well, of course, in the next round for each puzzle, you get a chevron on its own. You don't have to build up to getting a chevron, so the changes in the swings can happen very, very quickly. That's enough time to suggest a title. You will have one more opportunity a bit later on. Let's go to the final round. It's on the buzzer. So, our players are going to be shown in sequence a series of seemingly unrelated, or possibly they may look related, clues. All they've got to do is buzz in and tell me when they know what it is I am talking about. If they buzz in and are incorrect, they are frozen out for 2 clues, thus giving their opponent some free thinking time. If they buzz in and are correct, then they get a chevron automatically. However, I have got notes from our question writer Zeus here about what I should prompt on and what I should accept. And because we are at the semi-finals, I will be being a little more strict than I perhaps was in the opening game. But the host's discretion, as ever, is going to be final in this case. So if I decide it's not enough or decide I need to prompt you, then that's what we're going to go with. I will just use my best judgment for that. Audience game, if you're playing along, you get points the earlier you answer correctly. You get 2 guesses total, and I will tell you for nothing because of how this is programmed. In order to solve the puzzle, you need for a single keyword. Sometimes you need 2 keywords, but all of these puzzles have got a single keyword attached to them. There may be a variety of keywords, so you might, if the answer, for example, was programming, which I don't think it is for any of these, you might be able to have programming or program or computing or something in that ilk. There will be a single buzzword which is appropriate for on the buzzer that you need to type in. But you get a total of 2 attempts. If you don't get it after the first, that's fine. You can have another go. But the earlier you answer correctly, the more points you get. And again, you must answer before our hot seat players have solved the puzzle. Best of luck to you both. Oh, and a word of warning if you've not used Hackbox before. When I reveal the next clue, your text box that you're typing in on will defocus. So you will need to reselect the text box when a new clue comes in. So hopefully that makes sense. So we'll give a little bit of time in between each clue. Good luck to David and Jogging. Good luck in the audience game as we go to our first puzzle. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. 12 clues in this puzzle. Here's the first. George 3. Charles 6. Paul 16.
Groovy!
David.
Are these all popes?
They're not, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 2 clues. Free information for you, Jogging David. You'll be back on clue number 6. Here's the next. Emile 1. Thomas LXVI. I've exhausted my supply of Roman numerals. I think it's 66, possibly. David, you're back in on the next clue. Thomas LXVII.
67.
Thank you, darling. Halfway through, clue number 7. Rex 37.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Yes, Jogging.
It's a little bit grim, maybe. Were these all assassinated?
I'm afraid they were not. You are frozen out for 2 clues. Back in on clue 10, Jogging. David, here's the next for you. Leonardo LXXXVIII. 88, I think.
Correct. It's loading.
And clue number 9. Humphrey XXIV. That's 24. Jogging back on the next clue. Marlon XLV. I think that's 45. Clue 11. Denzel LXXIV. I believe that's 74. And one final clue.
Groovy!
But David's buzzed first.
Are these the years that famous actors were born?
It's not it, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for the rest of the puzzle. One more clue for Jogging. Here it is. Joaquin XCII.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Go on, Jogging, what do you think?
Are these actors and the Roman numerals are like the year or the year they won the Best Actor Oscar, like the ceremony number?
That's what I wanted. That's the key information I needed. Well played. You got there eventually. Yes, it took you 12 clues.
The ceremony number.
The ceremony number was the key piece of information there. If you're playing in the audience, you just needed Oscar was the key piece of information there, or Academy. Best Actor Oscar winners and the ceremony number they won at. It took you a little bit around the houses, but I thought I'd give you some time to get through your thoughts there, Jogging. And yes, indeed. I don't know what all of them are, but Marlon Brando, Denzel Washington, Joaquin Phoenix, Humphrey Bogart, Leonardo DiCaprio, Rex Harrison, I guess.
From My Fair Lady.
My Fair Lady, that was the one. And the ones before that are anybody's guess.
Brad Pitt at number 8 there.
Brad Pitt at number 8, absolutely. Very well done, Jogging. You've got yourself a chevron, and you're increasing your lead. It's now 6 plays 3. Let's go on to the next puzzle. I've actually got a list of what all the answers were down here, but never mind. Buzz, when you know what I'm talking about. Mr. Vertigo, welcome to the stream. 12 clues in this puzzle. Here is the first. Guides. I have 2. Circumcision payment. You've got the answer in front of you. Why are you looking like that? For 3. Breaks pork. I just realised what the answer is. For 4. Contemporary Harbour. JB, welcome on in, my dude. Hope you're keeping well.
Groovy!
David.
Are these all Welsh towns?
They're not all Welsh towns, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 2 clues. Back in on clue 7, David. Jogging the next 2 just for you. Here's number 5. Arise pasture. And for 6. Layer facehole.
Face-hole.
Don't do that. It's a tournament game.
I'm just doing what it says. Face-hole.
It's all right. Our studio players can't see you. We'll have a chat about your conduct in a minute. David, you're back in. For 7, chime quickly. Yes, you're on report. For 8, Bullock Crossing. For 9, Godly Tenants. 3 more clues to go. Here's number 10. Cygnus Waterbody.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Jogging.
Are these like alternate, like synonyms for like musicals?
They're not synonyms for musicals, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 2 clues, which is the rest of the puzzle. So, David, you've got the next 2 for free. You might as well have them both. Here's number 11. I'll give the audience some time to answer. Hepatic organ snooker. And finally, for 12, American bowler hat. That's the full board, David, if you want to have a guess.
Groovy!
What do you think?
Are they all synonyms for ballets?
They're not, I'm afraid. Good thought,
No.
but not the one. You both got there
Swan
with...
Lake was all I had to go on there.
Yeah, they're all synonyms. If I tell you a water body might not be a lake, it might be a sea.
Oh, Welsh.
You were so close, David, when you said
just,
Welsh.
just said cities.
They're just synonyms for cities,
Synonyms
but they
for UK
weren't
cities,
all in
okay.
Wales.
Oh.
If you just said cities, David, I probably could have taken that. But,
That's annoying.
yeah, guides would be Leeds, circumcision payment, Bristol, or Brist. I'm not quite sure how that one works. Oh, toll.
A toll for a payment.
And Briss is a circumcision, I guess. Breaksport, Wrexham, Contemporary Harbour, Newport, Arise Pasture, Wakefield, Layer Facehole, Plymouth. That's why I say don't give it away, because people may not have made the connection that they're synonyms. But yeah, that is a facehole, that is a mouth. No, so Huds is actually pleading ignorance here.
I guess they should just point to get a face-hole.
Chime quickly is Belfast, Bullock Crossing, Oxford, Godly Tenants, St David's, Cygnus Waterbody, Swansea, Hepatic Organ Snooker, Liverpool, and American Bowler Hat would, of course, be
Should
a
have spotted that
derby.
tenants had 2 ends. Oh.
Yes, indeed. The Tenants having 2 ends.
Should have stuck with my thoughts. Oh, I was listening to your first thought.
Never mind.
I was sitting there for ages going, ring fast, ding fast. Yeah.
It is
what the hell's
still
a ring fast?
It is still 6-3. We don't zoom out because no one got it right. So we're going to go on to the next puzzle. Are we at a match point yet? We are at a match point. There is the match point bracket.
Oh, God.
So, David, you've got to... there's 3 puzzles left. So you don't necessarily... I can't do the maths anyway. Buzz when you know what I'm talking about. 12 clues. Here's the first. Out. Game.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Jogging.
These things, like a tennis umpire would say.
They're not, I'm afraid. You're frozen out for 2 clues.
That would have
Back
been
in on
amazing
clue.
if you got that.
Back in on clue number 5. David, here's the next. Rivals. Jogging's thinking, yeah, it still maybe checks out so far. Now it's starting to be misguided, possibly. Jump. Back in on the next clue. Now the theory is the point to abandon the theory. Menopause. For 6. Loser. Boygo, welcome to the stream. For 7. Fortune. For 8. 80. And for 9, drop. Three to reveal.
Groovy!
David.
Are these the last words of TV game shows?
I need something else. I'm going to prompt you.
The last words of.
No,
I don't
I
have
think that's
anything more
long
specific.
enough. I'm afraid you're frozen out for 3 clues. You may get another opportunity. For 2 clues, you may get another opportunity to buzz on number 12. For now, Jogging, you're in on your own. Clue number 10. Brother. And for 11. Street mate.
I'm going for a hole-in-one.
Jogging.
These are the last words of game shows hosted by Davina McCall. Or TV shows hosted by Davina McCall.
I was about to prompt you. Game shows is too specific, but TV shows by Davina McCall is what I wanted. The last one would have been Davina. David, it was Davina McCall was the keyword I needed, which is why I had to prompt you on there.
Right.
And I was also told to prompt if you say Davina McCall game shows, because they're not all game shows, but TV shows you would have got a prompt. Jogging.
Menopause didn't sound like a game show.
No. So the shows
probably came and went with a flash.
Stepping Out, Sam's Game, Pop Star's Arrivals, The Jump, Davina McCall's Sex, Mind and the Menopause, The Biggest Loser, 5 Minutes to a Fortune, 180, The £100,000 Drop, Big Brother, Street Mate, and finally Davina on its own. Which means after 3 boards, Jogging, you have an insurmountable lead, which means you're going through to the final.
Congratulations, Jogging. That was an incredible performance.
Thank you.
Huge congratulations there, and well done. If you I think £1 million menopause is the best quiz show award. Oh, you should have suggested that as a title, Lingo. That would have been £1 million menopause, and now that's discounted. So if you've said £1 million menopause, I'm sorry because I've said it now. Oh, there we go. Well, Jogging, David, a pleasure having you both here as always, and it's been extra banterful. I think on account of the chap on my left. David,
it's been good fun. Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure. David, commiserations, but we will see you again in the 3rd place playoff where you'll be playing the runner-up of the Samster Clare match, which is going to be coming up on the 26th of August, that semi-final. So do come back for that if you want to see how that pans out and to find out who...
forward to it. The bronze medal is the best medal.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jogging, you cannot get the bronze medal. It's either going to be gold or silver for you because you are through to the 2nd buzz-off final. You must be feeling pretty pleased.
Yeah, I'm really shocked, actually. Wasn't feeling particularly good coming into this game. I've had a pretty horrible week and all
mate,
sorts
I'm
of
sorry
things.
to
So I must say I wasn't really up for it, but I played better than I thought I would. So I'm pretty happy with that.
You've played a blinder. Hopefully, this has been this is the start of the change, and things are on the up now for you. I hope. Sorry to hear it's been.
This is. That's fine.
Good. Well, look, a pleasure to have you both here. I'm going to pop you both back into the green room. But David, we'll see you in the 3rd place match. Jogging, we'll see you in the final, and I do hope you'll stick around for more quiz this evening. Thank you both very much, and we'll see you later on.
All right. Thanks very much, guys. Cheerio.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you. Cheers.
So we have. Oh, I can't remove Jogging from the room. Oh, he's gone. He's taken himself out. So it's just you and me now, Huds.
Oh, that was tense.
It was tense.
That was so tense.
Tense final.
I tell you what. How do they get that?
Oh, they're very clever.
How do they get that?
Yeah, they're very, very good. Of course, Samster and Clare is the next semi-final, and I know Clare. It's curious here because Samster and Clare was the final of the last series of Buzz Off, and this final round, if you're not acquainted with the game show world, is somewhat similar to a game show called Only Connect, which I know Clare has been on and won. Ooh. So we're very much looking forward to that semi-final match. It's going to be on the 26th of August, which is going to be my birthday stream as well. So more unscheduled changes. It does mean the 19th of August, where we were going to have 2 buzz-off semi-finals, is going to be a little quieter. But it's going to be Jogging who's going to be playing either Samster or Clare in the final of buzz-off. before all that, Bodycurve, welcome on in, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. How you doing? Nice to see Ben's career popping into hell. Oh, Ben's carer. I thought he said my career popping into hell. No, I've got my carer here.
I am. I'm looking after him, don't
He's
worry.
looking after me. No, this is huds601, who you may have seen before. What's Only Connect? No idea, Samster. Some game show. That...
You do realise you need to market this semi-final as like the rematch, the grudge.
The rematch, the grudge match.
Yeah.
It kind of sort of is a little bit. Only Connect is some show made by nerds for nerds. I say that.
You're right.
Our company make it, so I can say that. So it's kind of funny. Anyway, all that's left to do is display the leader order, pick a title. So let's see how you got on in the audience game. Pepita managed to log in and not get much further, I'm afraid. But thank you for logging in. Maybe you got a title recommendation. 28 of you playing along in the side game, which is very encouraging. There's some more points going on. Dragon still got Natter, Bassoonist, Matt, Lottibus, Christopher, Chris Topper 1, and AB Me. Going into the second last ball, Pyro in 16th, Clive in 15th, Mantissa gets 14th, Opsimath 13th, Nando 12th, Simpsons Angle 11th, Apodo 10th, Inca 9th. And let's look at our top 8. Who is going to be our champion this week? In the audience, Lingo, you perhaps, Zanon in 6th, Fetz in 5th, Mark in 4th, Toot in 3rd, Shapes in 2nd, but it's Ralph who takes the top spot tonight, 59.46. Very well done. Your penny payout is going to be some proportion of the points that you've got in that game. Very well done. And here are all the titles they cover. So I like to read a couple of these out, honourable mentions that I like, but I'm probably not going to pick. There's a couple in here. I am going to let Huds pick. As long as, what was the one that you said that you wanted? It was
what was it? Amateur
program. Amateurs there. So honourable mention. It's not going to be the winner, but honourable mention to amateur Sonic programmers.
I mean, you assuming that I'm a programmer. I mean, it's flattering and all. I can't program to save my life.
He's an idiot.
I don't dev.
So I quite like this one. That's quite. Let's not read it in case we pick it. This is so surreal.
That's so specific.
This it's the surreal ones that sometimes get my attention. I don't think we're going to give to that one tonight. Dave from Malibu and his 1,737,694 friends are all right. That's quite nice. Entering the scrap brain zone. That's tickled me. Huds up, it's amateur night. Anything relating to amateur is not going to win, but that's quite nice. I remember when the tennis umpire intoned menopause. On another day, that could have won. That's very funny. I wish him I were a fish'em. I'd suggest a Huds reference, but it'd just fly over Ben's head like a Craig Stadler drive. Oh, he's a cricket bod,
no,
is he?
Golfer.
A golfing.
Yeah.
He's a golfist, is he?
Great shot, right down the middle.
This is quite clever, but we had a reference to the players when last time though we had Great Scott, but jogging past David is quite good. Joy, Scotch and Ealing, Sonic Speedrunner co-host a slow quiz. Oh, the irony. That's quite cool. Tense and sensibilities. Mm-hmm. That was Undivina McCord for.
I like that one.
You like that one?
I like that, especially considering what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's pointed. Good callback. Yeah. The Scottish theme did not persist. I like that a lot. We got to have 2 Scottish theme titles. We wish him good luck in the final. That's very clever. What is meta titles? We just don't know. Okay, I've got it down to 2. That one. I think it's got to be that one.
You reckon that one?
Yeah.
I like the other one.
It's more. That one's more in vogue with the sort of buzz off titles.
That is true, actually.
Because we get some really surreal ones. They've all been quite straight actually
to
this
honest,
season. So.
That one is quite shocking to me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
We go that one?
Yeah.
Okay, joint decision. So the honourable mention runner-up, if you like, which Hud's like, and he's going to read out.
Yeah. The one with the 2 amateurs.
Which I thought was very fitting because obviously we were talking about...
one of the Plinko questions.
Oh, the Plinko questions, yeah. So how
I thought it was friends, and then I remembered no, because they always start with the one with.
Oh, was that yours, Matt? Oh, bad luck. Bad luck. Nice guy. Second runner-up prize, but we're going to go with this one because it's a very on-vogue buzz-off title, and it's just surreal information. We both like it. Look, thanks very much to Jogging David. Do stick around because coming up after the break, we have got Data Leak and we have got The Abyss. Data Leak by Lupine and The Abyss by Samster. They're going to be really good fun, and I do hope you join. All done through Twitch chat, no more Hackbox this evening. But thank you very much for playing. Congratulations to Jogging through to the final. Congratulations to Ralph on winning our audience game. I've been Royal Flush, this has been Huds, and you have been watching, for reasons beyond comprehension, the US is happier than Japan. Who'd have thought? And I forgot to say very many thanks to Zeus for that pack. A really, really lovely pack there from Zeus. Thank you very much for your efforts on that. We're going to take a quick break. We are going to play some adverts. If you are not subscribed, you will see some adverts during this break. But don't worry, because we won't start the next game without you. When we come back, more action from both me and Huds. I'll give Huds a bit more to do in the next game, I'm sure. So I'll give some pennies out. Apodo, welcome to the stream. And thanks for playing Buzz Off. Stay right there. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it is time for Data Leak. It's me, Royal Fleisch, here with my very special guest, huds601, who lost at pool to me earlier on tonight. And if you would like to play Data Leak, then you need to type into the Twitch chat. And I recognise we have got some new people here this evening, some guests over from Huds channel. You're very welcome to be here. What I would ask is that if you can whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. She's the bot who's going to be asking the questions in the chat. Whisper your answers to her. If you write them in public chat, A, they won't be processed by the game, and B, they'll get deleted by a moderator. If you keep doing it, you'll end up getting timed out, which we don't want. So make sure you get your whisper windows open. That's where your answers go, including the room code, which is what you'll need if you want to play Data Leak, which tonight is BogX. Great name. And this is evidence of my terrible programming. Actually, no, that's not necessarily evidence of my terrible. So, for everyone who can't see this, I'm getting, please remove the canvas renderer component from the name mesh, score mesh game object. It's because I built it in Unity 20 something. 19, 18, and then migrated it to Unity 2020, where you don't need the canvas renderer on canvas objects. So, but I haven't bothered to. I thought I'd remove most of them, but I haven't removed those ones. So they're still there. Well, that's fun. BogX! Type BogX, whisper it to Persephone's Twitch bot, and you will get a little strap over on the side. If we fill up that side, we'll go to the other side. This game has got any time entry, so if you want to come and join in midway through, once you've seen what it's about, then that's completely fine as well. Obviously, you can't get points if you're not in the game, so if you think you might want to give it a little go, it's a nice, friendly sort of game, and this is a particularly friendly pack from the Lupine One, to whom we're very grateful for this question pack. This is the first scheduled game of this evening after Plinko, and it's 9:15, aiming to finish at 10, so it's going to be 11, I'm afraid, probably. We'll have a good time, and then we've got to go eat. Oh, Megs said there is food if you want to get some at any point. We've got a chili, but then we went to Nando's at lunchtime, so it was, and I had half a chicken. We were sort of finishing pool and feeling that we're not in the mood for dinner at 7 o'clock, so could we just... Megs is cooked anyway, so I'll probably eat post-stream, and Huds may end up with a bowl of chili at some point.
Pool is a strenuous activity.
It very much is, especially when you lose.
Yeah. Also, Mark, I'm watching you. Don't you dare enter twice.
Oh, this one is more robust.
Mark, try entering twice. Let's test it.
Put it for a test. We go, Mark, and then everyone else catches on, and we get lots of other duplicates.
Also, Mark, stop stealing my jokes. I was going to say to Twitter about it.
Actually, if Mark tries to join twice, he'll actually take himself out of the lobby. So I could prove that. Actually, I could prove that point. I could do it from here. Look, if I type BogX, right, I'm going to join the game myself, and then I type it again. I have to clear something to clear the chat, and then I type it again.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, if you type it a second time, then you get taken out this time. I do know what I'm doing, believe it or not.
Occasionally.
Okay, we've got 24. I think that's 24 in the game. I'll give it another few minutes just to come and join. You know what? Let's not give it a few more minutes. Let's just crack on with the game. Let's play Data Leak. Thank you, Topper. Okay, go straight into one. There are 5 rounds in this game, 5 puzzles in each round, and a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
Football chance style. You do know what you're doing.
You do know what you're doing. You do know what you're doing. Yeah, that seems appropriate. So, round 1 is 5 degrees. You will be shown 5 puzzles over the course of the next 5 minutes or so. Each puzzle has a category and 5 clues. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. So if you can get the answer after a single clue, you get 5 points. If you get it after 2, you get 4. After 3, you get 3. After 4, you get 2. After 5, you get 1. Makes it more obvious the more clues are revealed, as will become clear in the game in due course. I'm going to put your notes back up because Huds is going to say some things. But not until the end of the puzzle. Don't say it when the clue is revealed, say it at the end of the puzzle.
If you think I know what's going on.
Oh, okay, fine. No, that's you know what? That's fair. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. So it's not a permanent freeze out, but you'll be locked out for 8 seconds. Obviously, because it's TwitchLib, you won't get a feedback, so my advice is count roughly 8 seconds. You'll get a little slider on the display, but if you're running with some latency, that may not be of any help to you. So, yeah. Incorrect attempts, freezing you out for 8 seconds. That's about all there is to it. Let's play Data Leak, and the first puzzle we're looking for, and welcome to the game, Pyro Pygmy. First puzzle we're looking for in 5 degrees is a TV sitcom. For 5, it has been described by fans as a show about nothing, but to its creators, it's the opposite of that. Goodness me, that's some strong play. You don't expect many fives in this game. For 4 points, one of its co-creators voiced a fictional version of then New York Yankees owner George Steinbrenner. For 3, Tom's Diner in Manhattan, often doubled as the exterior of Monk's Cafe, a regular haunt of the main characters. For 2, first broadcast in 1989, its theme music is well known for its slack bass. And it is a proper bop. And for a single point, aside from its eponymous character, other characters include George Costanza, Elaine Beans, and Cosmo Kramer. Well done if you got Seinfeld there, or the Seinfeld Chronicles. That's your cue to talk.
I mean, I've never seen Seinfeld, and the only extra information that says there is the words Larry David.
Larry David, in reference to clue number 2, which granted you can't see. One of its co-creators voiced a fictional version. That was Larry David who voiced the fictional version there.
I've never watched Seinfeld.
No, neither have I.
No, it's before my time.
Just remember something, Lupine. I know we exchanged some messages earlier on about the ordering of one of the clues in one of the later rounds. I know what you suggested. I forgot to change it back because HUDs arrived and kept me occupied. So apologies for that. There is a change in that, but we'll see how it plays out. But I just thought I'd let you know before it comes up on screen. You go, you didn't change it back. Apologies, I forgot. Well done if you got some points there. Let's clear the board and move on to the next puzzle. Why don't you read these ones?
I'll read these ones.
You read these ones,
Okay,
all right.
let's go for it.
From the dulcet tones of Mr. huds601, puzzle number 2, we are looking for a sporting event.
Oh, I know many sporting events. For 5, while the men's edition is played under a single format, the women's edition is currently played across multiple formats. For 4, its name originated from a mock obituary published in an 1882 edition of The Sporting Times. For 3, the trophy for the men's edition is a larger Waterford crystal replica of a 10.5cm tall urn. For 2, in the first test of the 1993 men's series, spinballer Shane Warne bowled out Mike Gatting with what is widely regarded as the ball of the century. Come on, you should all be getting this now. For 1, participants in this year's women's series include Nat Skyver Brunt and Heather Knight for England, and Alyssa Healy and Taylor McGrath for Australia. Talia, oh damn it. It is, of course, the Ashes.
9 out of 10. Good reading.
I love the music.
It's great. It's a bop, isn't it? It's
really
proper
good.
bop. I will say, the microphone sends it out to everyone else's computer. You don't need to shout like you're talking to them individually, as if you want your voice to project.
The problem is, this is how I talk when I stream. I project.
Your wife must love your streams.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, the Ashes is what we're after. The mock obituary, incidentally, in affectionate remembrance of English cricket, which died at the Oval on the 29th of August, 1882, deeply lamented by a large circle of sorrowing friends and acquaintances. Rip NB. The body will be cremated and the ashes taken to Australia. You are going to have to read that one.
Good lord.
Well done if you got some points there. A couple of 5s going out. I think Oni was the first to get in there. Very well played. Let's clear the board and we'll move on to puzzle number 3. And we're looking for a country. For 5, their current head of government came out as gay in 2015. And for 4, top flight football clubs in this country's league include Bohemian FC and St Patrick's Athletic. For 3, they won 3 consecutive Eurovision Song Contests between 1992 and 1994.
They'll get on Eurovision.
A lot of Eurovision love here. For 2, it has a 310-mile border with the United Kingdom. And for a single point, its capital city is Dublin. Go on, Aaron, let's get a perfect green board. No! The Republic of Ireland, also accepted Ireland or IRE, ROI, the Republic of Ireland, Irish Republic, or the Irish Republic. All would have been accepted as correct answers there. Very well done. Yeah, the head of government came out as gay.
He did. Leo Varadkar.
Oh, very good.
I'm not going to try and say the first word, because even though you said it to me, but I still can't remember how to say it.
Taoiseach, Leo Varadkar. Or if you're Liz Truss, the Taoiseach.
Or the Taoiseach.
Or if you're illiterate, the Taoiseach. Yes,
Yeah.
if you're, hello, Skork. Welcome on in, my dude.
Irish words are hard.
They are. Well, so my sister's middle name is Siobhan.
I was going to say Siobhan is the obvious one.
Yeah.
Saipan.
She's Maria Siobhan and a middle name. So where's the V in Siobhan?
Yeah.
There isn't a V.
It's the
but
BH.
Oh, there's an H right after the B.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but it's no different to Welsh with the two L's being a
Clan.
Yeah.
Plan, yeah. Which I'm giving I'm sticking with my solid 6 out of 10 on that pronunciation, which I'm not going to do again.
That's good. Well done.
Over to you, over back to HUDs.
Oh, let's go for it.
And we move on to puzzle number 4.
I love the fact I get the headphones just so I can hear the music.
Bop along,
Yeah.
bop along. You can even read out the category this time.
Oh, let's go for it.
I'll press the button. Though,
Please
right?
do press the button.
Okay,
because
so
I can't reach it.
Okay.
I'm going to project. Sorry to everyone in the chat. Go for it. The subject is element of the periodic table. Element singular. For 5, it was first isolated in 1808 by Sir Humphrey Davy.
Ooh, red happening.
Lots of red happening.
Lots of guesses.
No. For 4, its atomic number is 22.
Chemist answer. It is stated. Resident chemist.
Yeah. Who's the chemist in the chat?
Innocent answer.
For 3, it is the most abundant metal within the human body. Any X-Men fans in the chat? For 2, and the majority of it is stored in your bones and teeth.
Dev, welcome to the stream. I do. Great to have you here. Welcome to the game.
Adamantium. For 1, a 200ml glass of milk contributes around 1/3 of an adult's daily need of this element.
Come on, Lofty Come on, Dev. Let's make it a perfect green. Dev!
Hey!
Dev! Oh! Dev, you joined the game and you ruined perfect green. My dude, welcome to the stream. Hope you keep it well.
Calcium.
Calcium is the answer. Yeah, without calcium, man or humanity, I suppose we could probably say in 2023, would be unable to process foods and would therefore starve, which is sort of not really what you want.
Did you ever see that film? What was it? The Calcium Boy, whatever it was? It was a weird film.
Just making things up.
No, it was a really weird film. Basically, it's just this kid that drinks endless amounts of milk and has like the strongest bones ever. And I think he ends up becoming a boxer or something. It's got some heartthrob in it.
Sounds like it was...
Chat will know what it is.
Well,
the Calcium Kid, I think it's
Calcium Kid? The Calcium Kid, yeah, shapes
Orlando Bloom, that was it. Orlando Bloom. It's literally a film about a kid that just drinks endless amounts of milk and has the world's strongest bones. It's really weird.
That sounds terrible and awful. It's Chris Eubank doing the B-movie intro a decade before the Beam. Dev, sorry, you would have got it at a periodic table to where you hadn't realised. Yeah, sorry, you go over to the right-hand side. Some catching up to do if you want to get over to the left, Dev. But great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Big milk propaganda. We're not keeping a full eye on the chat because we've got the notes over and I've not reinstalled my 4th monitor yet. The cable arrived today, but I didn't want to risk it. We're going to move on to the final puzzle of the round, puzzle number 5, and we are looking for a name, and you need both forename and surname here. Unusual for this channel, but you do need both. For 5 points, ornithologist born 24th of February 1808, considered the father of modern taxidermy. I would have been impressed if anyone got it from that. For 4, a Boston-based insurance company founded in 1862.
Any US fan?
Mark is in, our resident New Jersian. For 3, played by Will Smith, the eponymous superhero of a 2008 film.
Oh, I'd probably get it at this point.
Yeah. My brain autocorrects that word to eponymous. I won't say it. For 2, the American founding father that the aforementioned insurance company was named for. And for a single point, American slang for a signature named for said founding father's famous signature on the Declaration of Independence. Remember, you need to give me both. We needed John Hancock for that. Yes, Hancock on its own was not enough. Usual rule of the game is that for fictional characters, first name is acceptable. For real people, surname on its own is acceptable. But it was very, very clearly labelled in the question. We did want both. John Hancock. Yes, the American Declaration of Independence. He just went, John Hancock. And basically you can't read anything else because his signature is like 2/3 of the document.
So self-important.
Yeah, very, very much so. Very much so. But yeah, no one getting it for 5 there. The father of modern taxidermy. But our resident New Georgian, Mark, I think, was the only player to get it for 4 based on that insurance company question. Very well done. Everybody has got some points. That is the end of puzzle 5 and the end of round 1. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. And at the end of round 1, Oni with a commanding lead at the moment of 20. Usually in this game you see very, very close scores. It's sort of like ladder. There's like 1 or 2 points between. So unusual in at this early point to see a player 3 points ahead. But Oni's up at the top with 20. Mark and Toot tied second on 17. ADE, Clive and Innes in a little threesome there with 16. We've then got Nando, Lingo, Optimaths and Shapes on 15. Mantis has got 14. Fetz, Colo, Nat are all on 13. Apodo and the Bassoonist and Top are all on 12. Mr. Vertigo 11. Lottibus, Stilgar, Stimson Angle are on 10. 10, Matt and Shadowmain on 9, bit of a gap then down to Puzzle Dan on 6, Pyropygmy 5, Erin Stockdale on 2, and Dev on 1. Though did join late, he's going to try and work his way over to the left-hand side and upset the screen as he scrolls across in the co-routine, which should be a lerp. Programming joke for anyone who's interested there. Let's move on. Round 2! It's the content filter. Once again, you're going to be shown 5 puzzles, each one taking 50 seconds. Each puzzle has a category and 5 objects, events, or characters that feature in the answer. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. Basically exactly the same as before, except we're looking for something more conceptual, and the clues will generally be shorter. Do you want to open this one?
Oh, why not?
Huds is going to open for us. On we go then, fingers on keyboards as we go into puzzle number 1, and we're looking for...
a singer from their studio albums. For 5, Rock of the Westies.
In it straight for 5. Top man.
For 4, Wonderful Crazy Night. For 3, Too Low. Zip. Come on. Okay, for 2, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy.
Sorry, I'm externalising my internal monologue.
And this one you'll get it for 1, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Come on, you should all get it now.
Bing, 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 bing. See lots of bing. A few bings.
Here they come. It is, of course, Elton John, who recently headlined Glastonbury.
Did indeed, and
Yes.
escaped in a helicopter. Sure.
Did escape in a helicopter. Also, widely considered to be the largest crowd drawn to the Pyramid Stage in Glastonbury's history.
Is that true?
They reckon there were almost 200,000 people at the
Good
Pyramid
God.
Stage.
That's too many people.
I had friends there, and they genuinely said over the loudspeaker about 20 minutes before, there was no seating room, everyone is to stand. No chairs, no nothing. It was absolutely rammed.
Popular. I had an opportunity to go and see him live, but I turned it down because I had a concert. This is back in my post-uni days, immediately post-uni days. A colleague of mine actually worked Glastonbury this year, and he said there was a special fast-track route just for Elton John, who got taken away right down and into a helicopter, and he was gone. But yeah, also accepted there, Reginald Dwight. Fun fact, I've got a concert tomorrow night. I don't normally have concerts in July and August, but I had my arm twisted by the vicar. We're doing a sponsorship concert for the Romanian orphanage that he is the director for, because it's the 30th anniversary, I think, of the orphanage. So we're doing a sponsorship concert, and he said, Ben, can you do a concert in August? I said, I've got 2 months off from doing concerts a year, plus, 4 months off, but the summer I don't do concerts. Oh, please. I was like, all right then. So I'm doing a load of Elton John tomorrow night. It's a part of my Elton John tribute act. Well done if you did get Elton John. Keep the cans. No, keep the cans. You can do the next one, because I want to see you try and pronounce these names.
Oh, great.
On we go. Puzzle number 2. We are looking for...
We're looking for a novel from its characters. 5, Myrtle Wilson. Oh, we got our first one in. I'll cut that out, and Oni as well. Basoonis getting in as well. For 4, Jordan Baker. Oh, hey, Dev.
Making up for lost time.
For 3, Daisy Buchanan. Daisy Buchanan.
No, you're right.
2, Nick Carraway. Ooh, this is a hard one. And number 1, Jay Gatsby. Come on, you should all go green now.
Pressure from the guest host. Most, but not all.
3 of you not making it is, of course, The Great Gatsby. I know the film, not the novel.
Oh, was that a Leo film?
Yeah.
Sorry, a Brad Pitt film.
No. Yes.
No, well, yes, but actually no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Great Gatsby is what we're after. Not to be confused with the novel Gatsby. And I will give 50 pennies to the first
Killed
person
at
in
the
the audience.
concert by
Oh,
the
and a message
vicar
from our
with a
sponsor, Matt the
broken
Def.
arm.
Matt the Ref, thank you very much for 100 bits. Killed at the concert by the vicar with a broken arm. I will give 50 pennies to the first person who can tell me what is... Oh, Mark. I'll give it to Mark, Lupine and Lingo, because they all came in pretty much simultaneously. Yeah, Gatsby. I hadn't even finished asking the question. Gatsby is a novel that does not feature the letter E. I said I'd give pennies out there. What did I say? Mark and Lupine and Lingo. Mark, and oh, whoops, Lupine and Lingo. Have some free pennies. I can do that. I need to do more bonus pennies for more spot trivia like that. Great Gatsby is what we wanted. Let's clear the board and move on to puzzle number 3. And we're looking for...
fruit from its varieties. Cassava. Definitely pronounce that one.
I think that's right. That's what I would say.
Before another C, it's canary. Like the bird. Like the place if you add to this one. But in this case.
Or islands.
Oh yes, there we go. Number 3, Gallia. Not to be confused with the gull.
No. Which is different from what the answer is.
Number 2, a cantaloupe.
Oh, that's a lot of green.
And for 1, honeydew.
Come on, Aaron. Yay! We got a perfect full board.
It is, of course, the humble melon.
The melon. Everyone loves a good melon. We also accepted melons because they are all melons, so depending whether you're pluralising the varieties.
Are you pluralising them?
Let's move on rapidly. Puzzle number 4. Back over to Huds. We're going to speed things up a bit. Oni still at the top, but just a single point dividing him and Toot now. Puzzle number 4 is...
a city from its metro stations. L'Enfant Plaza. Good job of oh, oui, oui. Again. 4, Federal Triangle.
It's not French.
That one's not French. The Federal Triangle. Potomac Avenue.
That's just racist at that point. At this point.
You say that, but I've been with French people all week at ESA, they love it. 2, Pentagon. The shape, the place, the word, the metro station.
That's what we're after.
And 1, Capital South. Well, I'm guessing by the fact it's metro stations, not subway stations. We're talking America.
Well,
and the answer is Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we were feeling quite generous on the... Well, I was feeling quite generous. We did accept Washington, despite the fact that Washington is a state, not a city. But Washington, D.C., D.C., Washington, D.C., with or without dots in between the D.C. Would have got you the points there. Very well played if you got that. That's the end of puzzle 4. Let's clear the board and move on to the final puzzle of the round. And we're looking for...
an actor from their roles. For 5, PC Haynes, Suburban Shootout. Would like to point out, up to that round, we've got a lead change at the top.
We've got a tie.
What, a tie lead change?
Goes alphabetically.
God. 4, Mark Etches, The Fades. 3, William P. Rush.
Still nobody. I did think this one was tricky. That proved it, I have to say.
Lucifer Morningstar from Lucifer.
There we go.
Oh, we got one. We got 2 in.
2, 3.
Gary Preston Miranda.
And they're getting a single point, just a little late to get it on the 2 points there. A few more coming in here. I did think this was the hardest of the bunch.
Tom Ellis.
Tom Ellis was the answer, who I have to say is an actor that didn't trip off the tongue, so I did expect that to be a little bit more sparsely populated, maximum of 2 points. Well done to Toot, Clive and Natter picking up 2, and Nando and Pyro picking up just the 1 point there. Tom Ellis is what we were after. That is the end of puzzle 5 and the end of round 2. Let's clear the board and check out the scores.
I never would have got that one.
No. I don't think I would either. Now we do have a lead change at the top. Toot takes the top with 37. Oni slipped into second with 35. Innocent Mark tied up in third with 32. Clive on 29. Nando's got 28. Shapes on 26. AVMe 24. Podo's on 23. Bassoonist 22. Fetz, Colo, Lingo and Opsmat all on 21. Natter's got 20. Stilgar on 19. Mantissa and Stimson's Angler are on 18. Lottie and Topper on 17. Matt and Mr. Vertigo 16. Shadowmain on 15. Puzzle Dan and Pyro Pygmy on 14. Dev is on 12. And Erin is on 3. Still got 3 rounds to go. I know none of these words, says Dev. Sorry, we're just catching up on the chat because we don't have enough monitors to keep everything open. People on the east coast of the US will usually refer to Washington. Is that right, Lingo? Thank you very much. Clive, do we? Clive, are you on the east coast, Clive? I didn't think you were quite on the coast, but I may be wrong. And Tom Evans, he's so foxy. To remember how he looks rather than what he's called. You guys, stop it, behave. Right, I might take the cans back and take over coming into round number 3. I might give you a go.
Oh, carry on. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's good yarn. We get to the abyss later on. There might be multiple things to do. Actually, we don't have any notes on.
It's nice watching a professional, doing their thing.
Well, sitting, smoking, and drinking.
Yeah, basically.
That's because that's what you're watching.
And pressing a button. Don't forget the button press.
The button press. That's very important, which I'm going to do right now as we move to round 3. It's any other name. You will be shown 5 puzzles once again. Each puzzle's got 5 different descriptions of the same word. And I'm just checking they are all word singular, not words plural. So each of these puzzles can be solved with a single word. Points decrease as before every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. And once again, incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. So if you don't know, but you've got a hunch, maybe have a guess, it could be worth a big bonus for you. Simple as that. As we go on to round 3, any other name. Of course, in this round, there are no categories because you've got 5 different descriptions, which means there could be any number of categories, potentially up to 5 on each puzzle. So no category, but what are we talking about? One word solves each puzzle. Let's go to the first. For 5. Loyalty scheme of UK fashion retailer TK Maxx, from where I'm about 80% sure I got these shorts.
TJ Maxx.
Really? Before, developer of the Sega Mega Drive games Gunstar Heroes, Dynamite Headdy and Alien Soldier. Unsurprised to see only getting it on a Sega question for 4. 2 and Mr. Vertigo not far behind. For 3, the third single from Bruno Mars's 2012 album Unorthodox Jukebox. Some music trivia for you. And for 2, to adore and cherish something or someone. And for a single point, X marks the spot where this is buried. It's more obvious as it goes along. Treasure is what we're after. All of those descriptions could be summarised with the word treasure. Very well done. If you've got some points, let's clear the board. And let's move on to puzzle number 2. We're looking for... We don't know, because it's round 3. For 5, constituency of MP Stuart Andrew. Though on reflection, I probably should have corrected that to Stuart Andrew MP. But we live and learn. For 4, New Blank railway station in West Yorkshire. For 3, town with postcode district LS28. For 2, dog who won Britain's Got Talent in 2012 along with his owner Ashley.
Oh, there's a throwback.
That is a throwback. 11 years ago.
I remember that.
You would have been about 14?
Yeah, no.
For 1, Earthside mascot of BBC Children in Need. 22. Pudsey is what we wanted there. Would also have accepted Pudsey Bear as the Ursine mascot of BBC Children in Need. Very well done. A trickier puzzle there. I think 2 the maximum points going out there, but well done if you did get some. I'm going to hand over to Huds for this next one.
Oh, let's do it.
As we move on to clearing the board and puzzle number 3.
Go. For 5, a 1994 novel by John Updike. What's Updike?
Hey! Got the northern version. The Brummy version.
Okay, coming in for 4, 1975 a disco single by the Ritchie family. It peaked at number 41 in the UK, just missing out on top of the pops. For 3, a 1985 film directed by Terry Gilliam. Gilliam.
I probably shouldn't correct you live.
Hey, correct me, fine. 2, nut that is rich in selenium. I almost said selenium. 1, a country whose men's national football team has won a record 5 FIFA World Cups. Here they all come. It is, of course, Brazil.
Brazil, yes. I must confess to not getting it from the first 2. The Terry Gilliam one may have given me a clue, but probably not. I wouldn't have got that until clue 2. So no shame if you didn't, and very well done if you got it before that. A couple of 3s going out there. Very well played. Let's clear the board and go to puzzle number 4, which is not categorised because it's round 3.
5. Public transport smart card introduced by Merseytravel in 2014, since succeeded by Metrocard. 4. The nickname of golfer Craig Stadler. Let's go!
Oh. Yes, it comes back around.
The legend himself.
Did you say the nickname earlier on, though?
No, I didn't. 3. Along with the Carpenter appears in the title of a Lewis Carroll poem.
There'll be a few here.
2. Tusked marine mammal Odobenus rosmarus. I definitely pronounced that wrong.
Odobenus rosmarus. Not bad. Solid 8 out of 10.
I am the something. Beatles single with the lyric I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. I am the Eggman.
You really are
the master plan. It's a great shot right down the middle. It is, of course, the walrus.
I thought you had to read that one as the Eggman. So for those of you not in the know, Huds occasionally speedruns Sonic the Hedgehog, and very occasionally speedruns Sonic the Hedgehog wearing a Professor Robotnik character who, for some reason that I can't quite fathom, is called Eggman.
He is called Eggman.
No, you're not a born-again Eggman, are you?
Well, no. You can either call... I love the fact you've upgraded him from Doctor to Professor.
It's Dr.
It's Dr. Robotnik.
Did I upgrade him to Professor Robotnik?
He's finally got it. No, Dr. Robotnik. No, from I think it was the Sonic Adventure game. He got the nickname Eggman, and now they're interchangeable. It is canon that they are interchangeable.
I fail to agree. Thanks, Sega, but we've got the characters. We'll take it from here. Just Matt missing out on that one. Walrus is what we wanted. Also, I've heard the Beatles are overrated. In joke for game night, folk. Drive-In, welcome to the stream. Drive-In, very good. Cool name. I like that. Well, we got one more puzzle in this round. I'm going to leave it to Huds to say this is the one I forgot to change the order on. So potentially clue for 4 points might be easier than the clue for 3 points, but I guess we'll find out. Let's clear the board and we'll bring it in. Final puzzle of the round.
Here we go. I would definitely get this on clue 2. For 5, used by officials in American football to check if a first down has been achieved. American football fans. 4, the blank. Fleetwood Mac song associated with Formula 1 racing. Yeah. For 3, a unit of measurement equal to 22 yards. 2, different business carrying the same brand name. We did. And for 1, a series of interconnected links.
Shame Topper not getting that until clue number 1.
It is, of course, a chain. I don't wear a chain.
Huh?
I don't wear chains.
I used to, and then I sort of grew out of it a little bit. Fun fact, just incidentally, when I said called it, Matt, I pointed at you on the F1 clue. as to say, we'll get it here.
Yeah.
Matt is a big F1 fan.
Same.
And Topper, who adopted Word Chain Royale, which is one of my... I wouldn't say abandoned is the wrong word, but it's a game that we played as a warm-up game for a while, and then I sort of grew slightly weary of, and Topper took it over, and to his credit, has done a much better job of... Ooh, I pressed the spacebar. A much better job of it over on his channel, who you should totally go and follow, our great friend Topper One Gaming. If you do like interactive quiz stuff, go give him a follow. He plays Word Chain Royale, which is an idea that I probably got from somewhere else. I know I've got a shout out button. I've got 2. I've got SO and I've got shout out. I use them sparingly because shout out can only be used once every X minutes.
3.
Is it 3?
3.
That's good to know. And I might want to do another shout in the next 3 minutes, but let's assume I don't. And let's give Topper 2 shout outs.
Yeah.
There you go. Go follow Topper.
Then you get the nice clicky button.
You get the clicky button as well.
Button.
Go give Topper a follow. You get a clicky button on that one. There it is. But it's not a click, it's a button. It's the same link though. It's just not highlighted. Times 3 minutes, yeah. So go give Topper a follow if you do like interactive quizzing trivia. And if you're new here, go give him a follow. He does some good stuff, including Word Chain Royale. That is the end of puzzle number 5, and it's the end of round 3. Let's clear the board, check out the scores. None of us are getting the bops at the moment. We're not wearing the headset.
That's right.
It's not it. It's not on.
I'm imagining it.
Toots at the top with 53, Oni in second with 50. We've then got a bit of a gap down to Clive and Mark on 41, Nando and Innes on 40, Shapes on 37, Abimi, Kolo and Natter in a Menage a Trois with 33. All of the threes happening there. 3 people on 33. Bazunis has 32, Apodo's got 30. Ardenfet, Lottibus, Opsimaths on 29. Lingo and Mantessa and Stilgar on 26. Matt and Mr. Vertigo and Pyro have 24. Topper has got 23. Snimpson's got 22. Shadowmane on 21. Dev and Puzzlebound on 19. Erin Stockdale on 6. And remember, points equal pennies in this game, although I probably could do with boosting the payout. Oh, we've already got a multiply factor of 5. I must have changed it before. So times your score by 5. That's how many pennies you get at the end of this game, which of course will go onto your global leaderboard. Now, round 4. There's relatively little talking to do here. Let's load it in.
Excellent.
If I focus on the right window and load it in. It's the clue chain. You're going to be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle is a category of 5 clues with letters gradually being added to each. It's basically a sort of Wheel of Fortune, hangman-y sort of thing, except you don't necessarily get all of the same letter being added. It's just the algorithm is going to decide how hard or easy this round is. Oh, hey, chain. Points decrease once again every 10 seconds after the next clue is revealed. Spelling must be exact in this round because you do get the number of letters in each clue. We are looking for the exact answer as it will be displayed on the screen. So spelling must be exact. And once again, incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. So if you don't know, but you've got a hunch, still worth a little guess. It could be a pleasant surprise for you. So, but yes, exact spelling required here. Best luck. Fingers on buzzers as we go to puzzle number 1, which is... a comedian, 5 and 7. For 5. And there's not much talking to do. I'm leaving the answers off so you can actually just think.
I was going to say, I can't see the answers, so I'm actually trying to figure this out. Oh, I know what it is.
He's there. Huds is there for 4. Algorithm being very kind there with the PH at the beginning, I have to say. For 3. Spelling must be exact. It's a particularly finicky one to pick for this spelling for 2, as is becoming clear. And for a single point, there you go. Phil Jupiter.
Wondered what the last answer could be. Oh, come on, who's getting it wrong now?
Oh, no!
How are you getting it wrong now?
Phil Jupiter, but with 2 L's. He does style his name with 2 L's. 2 L's in Philip. Fun fact, I used to spell Philip until very, very recently, the given name Philip with 2 L's because of the Phillips head screwdriver, because that's got 2 L's in it. And most of the derivations of the surname Phillips have got 2 L's, but the forename, the given name, generally has 1. But Phil Jupiter's does specifically... Ben said fun fact, drink. Phil Jupiter does specifically style his name with 2 L's, so well done if you got that.
I'll tell you what, the people that didn't get it, I guarantee tried an R on the end.
Because I said Phil Jupiter. I've heard of Phil Jupiter's. Yeah, he's reasonably well known. Certainly over on this side of the pond. Let's go to the board and go on to puzzle number 2. We are looking for a landmark. 8 and 8 for 5. There we go. This is a bit more.
By the way, never feel bad about not getting any of these. 90% of this I never get.
Oh, I'm testing you when you're going to get this one. Nando in for 4. Well played. That's a tricky clue to solve that one on. Good man. 3. Okay, might be a couple in here. 3. 4. For 2. Oh, big clue there on 2. And the most abundant clues coming for 1. Mark! Come on! How long have you been here, Mark? The Flatiron Building is what we wanted there. How long have you been playing games in this channel? You know you've got to whisper to the bottom data league.
I got it on 3, but that's because Mark gave me the answer.
I'm just getting an honourable 3 and he's crediting Mark as a result. Yeah, do be careful, Mark. Yeah, wrong box. That's not a rant. That was not a rant because the round was ongoing. If I carried on now, it would be a rant. Let's clear the board so I don't rant. I'm going to press a button.
Order!
And pain as well. On we go. Have some headphones. I'm going to play some sounds at you in this round. Next puzzle. We are looking for a composer. 6 and 6, my wheelhouse.
Oh, I'm definitely not getting this.
I would have got it for that. Mark's got it off that. Found the right box this time. Quite a few getting. I'm not surprised the is getting this for 5 as well. Quite a few coming in here. Oh, the algorithm is helping you. The algorithm is helping for 4 points here.
But I don't know.
3.
What a shame.
Do you know what game that's from? Oh. For
Shame.
For 2. Yeah. I need a bell button as well. And for 1.
You know, I still don't know what the missing letter is. I'll go my
Gustav Mahler. That's what it is. It's an 8. Gustav Mahler, composer of 9 symphonies. Gustav Mahler, Norman's brother. Quite right.
To everyone who didn't get Phil Jupitus, I'll hold my hands up and go, I would have screwed that one up. You're off the hook.
Oh, pain for those people. Have some pain. And a honk to make it all right again. Let's clear the board. Moving on. Puzzle number 4. We're looking for a Thillen 72343. Quite a wordy one. For 5. You're saying, give us a run through Symphony number 3 on the piano. I don't know Symphony number 3, it's my eternal shame. I know Symphony number 1. For 3.
Give you a clue, chat. The third word is the.
No.
Oh, I know.
I've got it. Have you got that?
Yeah.
Huds in for 3. 2 by the time you typed it, probably.
Probably, yeah.
For 2, come on, we're getting this one.
You would put long ones to take longer than 10 seconds to type.
Yeah, you would. There we go, come on for a single point. The R's being very helpful there, but not the last R. There was one more R in there. Everyone's got a hooray, a green board.
Indiana Jones.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Very well done if you got that. Particularly if you got that for 5. Not much information there, but 72343. The Sea of Green is what we like to see. Let's clear that board. Raiders of the Lost Ark. All right, 6 characters in search of what an author was. One more puzzle, and this one's a bit more niche, but you might still be able to come up with an answer. We're looking for Ralph's favourite video game of 2022. 53394. Ralph, the question writer of this game. For 5.
I was about to say, who's Ralph?
Ralph is the question writer. The Luke
Fantastic. Ralph, I like your questions. They're good.
Niche. Also niche, but still accessible.
I was going to say, winner in my book, including Craig Stanmer. Like, at that point, my entire community, like, stops. You know?
I don't know who Craig Stanmer is. For 3. I know he's a golfer.
He had a game on the Dreamcast. Oh no, not Dreamcast. Sega Saturn.
Be older, Huds. Be older.
Pebble Beach.
A few people getting it for 3, but 2 points available now. Couple coming in. After computer game 53394 for a single point. Can you fathom it from this?
Yeah.
You got it on 1? Someone else can come in at the last minute. Remember, spelling does count.
From that game.
Did you?
Yes.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land is what we're after. What was the emote you sent me?
Kirby, where he swallows a whole car.
I've not played it.
Car.
Ah.
Yeah. Gotta love Kirby.
So was Kirby and the Forgotten Kingdom or the Lost Kingdom?
Don't know.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Fantasy Kingdom Dizzy.
You are.
Which is not the same thing.
It's a great game though, Forgotten Land.
Yeah?
Great game.
Puzzle down, tide code. Rip.
Pain.
Have some pain. Egg. An egg from Lupi there as well. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I've not played that one. I've never played a Zelda game.
Also a great game, but came out in 2023.
That's very true. That's very true, sir. That's the end of Puzzle 5 at the end of round 4. Let's clear the board, check out the scores. We've got 2 up in the lead with 70. Oni still in second with 66. Optimat, formerly, you've been here for a while, but formally welcome to the stream. This is the first time you've typed in public chat, which is why I've now got a log of you. Nando and Mark now tied in third with 60, looking for the bronze medal, but Ines just a point behind on 59. Clive in Shapes on 57. Then a bit of a gap. Podo's on 48. Lingo 46. Lottibus 45. AB Me and Ardenfet's 44. Colo's got 43. Natter on 42. The Bassoonist 39. Mantissa's got 37. Optimat's on 36. Mr. Vertigo and Topper on 35. Pyro's got 33. Dev and Stilgar and Stimpson's Angle on 31. Matt's got 30. Dan and Shadowbane on 25. And Aaron on 7. We've got one more round, though. It could make all the difference.
It could.
It could. Let's see what it's all about. you want to read the instructions?
Absolutely. This is It's All a Blur. You are going to be shown 5 different pictures. Each picture has a category. The picture will gradually come into sharper focus and points will decrease every 10 seconds. Obviously, incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. So it's going to start blurry. It gets gradually clearer. Guess what the category is?
Guess what the picture is. Guess what the picture
You're
is
told the category.
showing. You're told the category.
You guess the picture.
This was one that was the most fun in terms of technology for reasons that will become clear in just a minute. For obvious reasons, because it's a picture, you won't get a readout in the Twitch chat. So if you're running on more than 3 or 4 seconds of latency, you're just going to be delayed, and unfortunately you'll have to just come to peace with that, I'm afraid. But hopefully you'll have some fun all the same. Good luck. It's all a blur. Puzzle number 1, and we are looking for... Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. At clue number 2, at the 2-pointer, as it were, not the clue number 2, the 2-point clue, you will get a cryptic clue at the bottom of the screen, which will hopefully help you towards the answer, even if you've not fathomed the picture. So keep an eye out for that. That should come out in the public chat. Yes, clue at 2 points. Thank you for the reminder, Mark. Let's go on. Puzzle number 1, and we're looking for a vehicle.
If you're watching in 144p, don't worry, it's all wrong.
For 5.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Got it full? And for 3.
It's like watching video game models over time.
Yeah, just say what you see now. The 2 points. Do its wheels go round and round?
I mean, if it's in Bristol, no, most of them are broken.
Oh, we've got a full board. Everyone getting at least 2 on that one. Very well done. As it comes into sharpest focus. Last 5 seconds. It is, of course, a bus. Double-decker buses all accepted. And I think we've got some notes on this one, if memory serves.
Is it the fact it's a bus?
Pictured here is the 840 between Leeds and Whitby, widely regarded as one of Britain's most scenic bus routes as it crosses the North York moors to the coast. I've driven that. Have I driven that? I've been in the... Have you driven that?
Very nice.
It is quite scenic. Yeah. I've been in that. I recall being in the car going to Whitby from Burton, where my parents are. I don't think I've driven it myself. I don't think I've driven that far north on my own. Most north I've driven is probably Salford.
What Whitby well known for?
Fish and chips. And Dracula.
I was going to say knives, but okay.
Where have you gotten that from?
Whitby knives. Very, very famous knives that scouts and stuff use.
I think I need to reassess my friendship choices. Let's move on to puzzle number 2.
You used to sell them. Legitimately. Oh god, it's getting worse.
What, a back alley?
No, I used to work in an army surplus.
What, you throw some cocaine out on the side?
Army surplus and camping
oh
store.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
It's essential.
We've not got the chat open at this,
Oh,
but we'll go with the. Would be nice. Let's move on. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for a movie star.
Oh, movie.
Who is it? Just say what you see.
I'll get flashbacks to
Oh, a bit trickier at the top end. A couple coming in for 5. Are they 4 now?
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And for 3. And for 2, with a little clue for you. She won Best Actress at the Oscars for her role in Monsters Ball and Worst Actress at the Razzies for her role in Catwoman.
Famously picked up the Razzie.
Yes, she went to the Razzies, didn't she? Single point available now. Not many people do. Consider it a bit of a slight. It's actually clearer on that monitor than it is on that monitor at the moment. That's, of course, Halle Berry. It is indeed. Who was also in Die Another Day.
Yes.
2002 with Pierce Brosnan. The last
recently
of the Pierce
had
Brosnan Bond films.
Resurgence in her career after appearing in John Wick Chapter 3.
I have never seen a John Wick. Are they worth seeing?
Oh, they're incredible.
Are they?
You know the way that like the Matrix redefined like how to make action movies.
Yeah.
This has done the same again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They are that good, and they
It's just
only
because
get
it's
better.
Keanu Reeves in it again.
Everyone in chat, please tell him how good the John Wick films are. Like he needs to watch them, right?
Isn't that the guy from Fortnite? Never seen it. Why? That's a resounding endorsement right there. Only the first John Wick film is good. Morgana
Okay,
saying
there you
they're
go.
pretty good.
Now we're getting the
fantastic. They're
actual
pretty
real
good. Only seen the first one. Okay, so that's 2 votes of confidence. And
there's 4 films, and they genuinely are one of the rare film series where they get better with each film. They don't degrade quality; they get better.
well, like Breaking Bad.
Yeah, trust me, they are superb.
All right, I will take it under advisement. Thank you for the recommendation. Let's move on. 3 more questions in this game, or 3 more pictures. Let's go on to number 3. We're looking for Anominal. Evening, everyone, and John Wick is a sick film. Thank you very much, Tin Man, and welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Anominal. This one is a bit trickier.
Got it.
You there? Have you checked with the answers?
I don't know. I can't see the answers.
Before.
Okay, no, I didn't. And I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have got it.
Pyro Pygmy is the first to solve for 3. Mantis are just behind.
I think all the wrong answers are probably
Artifacts
along my
in
line.
it. Now for 2. Related to the llama, so Titus Salt made his fortune from their wool. Few people are going to get it here for sure.
Oh, according to Lupin, a real photo from their last trip to the zoo.
Oh, really? Oh, it's an IRL photo. Oh, nice.
What photos are
What, you know what I mean? Not lifted from Google. Alpaca was the answer. Message from our customer at the ref.
Oh, no.
HUD's opinion of John Wick is not reflected by stream management.
Hud's opinion of John Wick is not reflected by stream management.
No, but it's reflected by the vast majority of all audiences. So who's in the wrong here?
I've not seen them. I'm reserving judgment until I've seen them. That's all. Alpaca is what we wanted there, and let's clear the board and move on to the penultimate puzzle of the game. Puzzle number 4. We're looking for a sport. For 5. It could be anything. Maybe an for 5. Slides in for 5. Mr. Verse can stop for it.
Oh, I
You there?
Yeah, yeah.
Got 4 points now. You say straight away, or 1 second
wait,
before
wait,
it's a 4. I don't want to press it straight.
I'll give you a clue, it's not cool.
It's not cool. I know all about that.
Yeah, savage.
Certainly know about losing.
Oh.
Is pool a sport? For 2 points, you really have to use your elbow.
Of course it's a sport.
What defines a sport? Is dance a sport? Poker a sport?
I feel I've done enough defining for today. I've defined the difference between hair and fur for you earlier.
Yes, I think Googled it. See, green! That's what we want. I've Googled it many times and still not been convinced. It's tennis.
Tennis.
Who is that lupine? Who's that there? I don't know if you've got notes on the picture. I think it just said tennis on the... oh, it's Coco Gauff.
Oh.
Optimath, right there. I should give Optimath some points for being the first to say it, actually, shouldn't I?
Should.
Optimath, have 50 pennies for answering my question. Well
GG.
done.
John McEnroe. It's not John
It's
McEnroe.
definitely not John McEnroe. No. One more puzzle for y'all. Last one of the round. Only still with an outside chance of winning if he can get a 5 and Toot doesn't get it. Or if he gets a 4 and Toot doesn't get it, there'd be a tie. We can split the gold medals. Looks like it's mainly a race to silver at the moment. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 people in contention for the silver medal here. Good luck. Or possibly a race to the bronze if it's going to be Toot and Oni unless they tie on gold and silver. Good luck. Puzzle number 5 is a celebrity.
A celebrity? Okay, here you go. What defines a celebrity?
Someone who is famous.
Are you famous? So you're
Local celebrity. Local
by that definition, you are a celebrity.
Before. I think myself
I can't wait to see how you finish this sentence.
local celebrity amongst the community in which I do a lot of concerts in. Natter versus Old with 3. A couple of things coming in afterwards.
I love how you very quickly narrowed that down.
For 2, no wonder we had to blur him. He's the naked chef. No, I think one has different statuses of celebrity. Like in the town or the village where I do all my concerts. Stop and say hello to me and go on. I think a good definition for celebrity is if more than 10 people know your name but you don't know theirs.
That's not a bad definition.
You might be able to change that number from 10. I'm going with 10 for now.
You know the unfortunate thing with that definition? My cat is a bigger celebrity than I am.
Yeah. To be fair, your cat's a better human being than you are.
That is also true.
It's Jamie Oliver is who we had there. Yeah, ending with a nice spicy joke. We like that lupine. Jamie Oliver is what we got there. That is the end of puzzle 5, the end of round 5, and the end of the game. So let's clear the board and check out those scores.
Tidbit for you. Famously can't make egg fried rice.
Hey, Jamie Oliver. How hard can it be? Just make rice and fry an egg in it.
Uncle Roger, not happy.
At the end of all that, Innes misses out on the medal slot by a point, Clive and Mark by 2 points, and it's Nando who's got... Uncle Roger would like you to...
I told you, bashers.
It's Nando who's going to take the bronze with 77. It's only an early lead, but he does manage to eke out the silver with 83. But it is once again now cut that out. Who is going to take the gold medal with a commanding score of 86. Very well played indeed. Top 3. And for everyone who played along, times your score by 5. Those are the pennies you'll get. They'll automatically be added to the database. Thank you very much to HUDS for helping me to host that right there. And thank you very much to Lupine for a lovely question pack. I think a very friendly question pack, that one. It wasn't...
That was a cracking pack.
I thought it was really good fun. It was something for everyone in there. It wasn't too difficult. A couple of tricky moments in there, but generally quite friendly across the board. So thank you very much, Lupine Ralph, for your pack there, and I hope everyone had some good fun with that. Medals going out to Nando, Oni, and Toot. And that is not the end of the stream. I'm going to go get another glass of Prosecco, and it is 10 past 10. You wanted to go 11 minutes ago.
Nah, it's fine. We're carrying on.
Yeah?
We're going through.
We're going on. We play on!
We're seeing this to the end.
Seeing it right through to the end. And after the break, we are going to be playing The Abyss with a collection of packs by Samster, who I think is sort of here but not here. He appeared earlier on, and I think he's largely AFK at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to talk to HUDS during the break about this upcoming pack. But it's really good. I know The Abyss is a firm favourite amongst a lot of people in the community, so do stick around to it. Once again, I'm going to play some adverts during the break, but we won't start the next game without you. So do stick around. You've got time to go to the loo, grab yourself a drink.
Game, badminton,
and when we come back, it is
Stones,
Samster's
LA
turn
shoes,
to go
boxing glove.
into The Abyss. And a message from our sponsor, Zeusless. Let me know when the emojis finish.
Oh, it's already played.
Oh, it's already done. Zeus, my darling, thank you very much for the 30-month subscription. Thank you as well for the Buzz-Off pack earlier on. A great game, and sorry it was slightly short notice on the proofing. Yeah, sorry, I haven't got my headset on at the moment. But yeah, lots of sporting emojis. Zeus, very grateful to you for the support. Thank you so much. Credits time, break time, and when we come back, time for a pack from Samster as we delve once again into The Abyss. We'll see you there. So, thank you once again to Lupine for a lovely pack of Data Leak right there. Time for a mean bonus. I am going to force this one because why not? Leaky69 if you'd like 69 pennies right now. Whisper it to the bottle, type it in chat, you get some pennies. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to play some ads, get myself another drink. You should do the same. Go to the loo, stretch your legs, and we'll be back in about 3 minutes' time for Samster's pack of The Abyss. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. back to the third and final part of this evening's very special game night, where it is Abyss time. The dark, dank arena of the Abyss. Sorry that I faded out the music and then started playing it again. We realised that Huds has got proper pointless friend duties to do on this one, because we've got a lot of extra trivia on each of these questions, and Huds is going to be providing us with it over the course of the game, as well as giving you the flavour text for each of the categories. As you may or may not know, I think we played this one before on one of your charity things. This was one of the Sonic themed video game theme packs, so you may be familiar with this format, but it's completely auto-running, so there's no room for banter. So we're going to run a fairly tight ship. I'm going to be reading the questions. Huds is going to be furnishing you with more facts. And if you want to play Samster's Pack of the Abyss, type in the code. WFPF. Oh god, not WPF. WPF is a programming language that we use a lot at work. The extra F, W fucking PF, is probably what that stands for. Because Huds is going to be reading the questions, it means I can keep my eye on the chat. As before, please do whisper all of your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. You shouldn't need to chat. It's a very, very fast-paced game, so you shouldn't really want to be chatting much in between questions, unless we say something particularly hilarious or memorable. So keep your Persephone Twitch bot window open. This is a game, if anyone saw the work in progress of Bidding War in the stream I did in Ash's server a couple of days ago, the remake of Bidding War, that is coming back with its own controller. This is a game that is likely going to get its own controller as well, because I'm a big, big fan of this game, and I know the community like this game as well. It's not MFF, at least it's not MFC, but I don't even know what that is, Ash. That's not even on my radar. I'm going to look that up, just so I can share in your pain. But yes, this one, Risky Business, is also another one that's going to get... Risky Business might get a Hackbox redesign, actually, because it's mainly multiple choice, but this one is probably going to get a separate controller redesign at some point, because it would really benefit this game, because it is just auto-running and it's so fast-paced, and having an auto-focusing text box would be really helpful. That wound code will be available throughout, so if you change your mind and want to come and join, then you will be able to do that. Quick overview of the rules. There are 40 questions in the main game across 5 different categories. Those categories and those questions have all been written by Samster. There will be an array of difficulties, a variety of, not array of difficulties, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. A variety of difficulties from easy up to really quite challenging, but they will all conform to the category, which Huds will give you information about at the beginning. The first 5 questions that you'll get will all be from 5 different categories. Each subset of 5 questions thereafter will be from one of each of the categories, but they'll be in a random order each time, as will the difficulty. The objective of this game is to get into the Abyss Arena. Those are the 9 columns that populate the centre of your screen right now. After the first 5 questions, we will pick 9 players at random to come and join the Abyss Arena. The more questions you get right out of the previous 5, the more chance you have of getting in. If you want to know the technicalities of how it works under the hood, if you imagine each of the previous 5 questions acts like a lottery ticket. If you got it right, you get a ticket, and when a vacancy becomes available, it will draw from that lottery. You can have multiple attempts if you drop out of the one of the tubes in the middle, but when you drop out, your previous 5 is reset to 0, even if you have got 4 out of the previous 5 correct. I hope that makes some sort of sense. After 40 questions, the 9 players who are in the middle will progress to the Abyss Final. This is a game where it's possible to not have any winners if nobody survives the Abyss, because the endgame works slightly differently. But you've got 15 seconds, you've got crossword clues to help you out, so conform to those, because in this game, spelling will count. So watch your spelling very carefully and keep your eye on the crossword clues, and we can only accept your first answer. Yeah, the previous 5 gives you more of a chance to get into the Abyss Arena. Once you're in the Abyss Arena, if you get a question wrong, you lose a life and you drop a level. If you drop out of the bottom, then you drop into the Abyss and are out of the game, but you do go back out into the wings and can continue playing from there, and you may have a chance of coming back in when it rolls around again. If you manage to get 5 consecutive questions right in a row whilst in the Abyss Arena, you'll get an extra life and go back up a level. So the objective is to try and get into the Abyss as late as you dare, But ideally, if you do get in at the very beginning, you want to try and stay there as long as possible, because once you're out, you may not get back in. Bod, welcome to the game. We've got a decent number of people here. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds. Are you all set with your notes?
I'm all set. I'm waiting for you to answer Chat's question.
Ben, what is annexing a question? When did I say that?
I have no idea. But they're insistent that you answer them.
If you annex a question, that means you presumably you remove it from the pack?
Yeah.
That's what when we annexed Crimea. We didn't annex Crimea. Russia annexed Crimea during the final round of Buzz Off a few weeks ago. Don't even remember. I've slept since then, Clive.
Well, they've held on to it for
bloody hell! You guys can hold a grudge, can't you? I've literally zero. Somebody sent me a clip from a VOD. I have literally zero recollection of saying we're annexing a question. I might have said we're axing a question. Maybe. Anyway, you ignored us. I'm aware, Mr. Score. No, Mr. Clive, that we've potentially got new people playing the game tonight, and I want to give an overview of the rules to all of them. Though it looks like most players here have probably played before, but I just want to give an overview of the rules. Anyway, that's enough time. Find me a clip and I will try and answer your question. Let's play. So, topper and shapes, because you're last alphabetically, you're over on the right-hand side. There will be a room code on display if you want to come and join in the game at any point. That's Mr. of Legend to you. His Grace is quite right. I'm covered in.
Shame.
Aim to finish in the first column. Is that your goal, David? If you manage that, I'll give you 250 pennies. If you can finish the game in the first column, even if you don't survive, if you can get to the final even in the first column, Bod, I will give you 250 pennies.
Someone's feeling generous.
The odds of that happening are slim, not because David isn't a good quizzer, but because it's a 1 in 9 even if he does get in. He's hoping to get 5 in the first 5, get into the Abyss Arena and stay there. 250 pennies. I'm not extending that offer to anyone else because David said it. I've said it on a win. Those are the rules that I've just explained. If you wanted to read a wall of text as well, in case I didn't explain them properly. Basically, use the crossword clues to help you. Spelling matters. And try and stay in the Abyss Arena as long as possible. Good luck to you all. From me, Royal Flush, and from my great friend huds601 here. Let's play the Abyss. 40 questions. Start now. And whisper your answers, nothing in the public chat. Starting with HQ Trivia Savage questions. What was the first streaming drama to win an Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series? 394 or 94? Huds is going to tell us what this category is about. Just Mark getting it. Handmaid's Tale was the answer. Huds is going to tell us about that in a minute because the time is moving on and we can't stop the game. Just Mark getting that first one. Tricky one to start. On to the next. Category is People in a Song. Hey Soul Blank. Train 2009, 6 letters.
Oh my god, I'm trying to find it so fast. It's going by too fast.
Sister. Hey Soul Sister is what we wanted there.
Right, I know what I'm looking for now.
Okay, Huds is going to give us the categories of the category of the next one, which is What Comes Forth. Un, deux, trois, blank, 6 or 3.
Yeah, what comes forth in the sequence of these lists?
And the spelling does matter. Quatre, we were after for that one.
Quatre, French numbers 1 to 4.
There you go, you're getting it.
There you go, now
He's getting it
I
now.
know where I am. I wasn't expecting it to jump right between the categories.
Also, a Pokemon is the category, a conductor through which electricity enters or leaves an object, 9 letters.
Yep, so these are dictionary-style definitions that just so happen to also be the names of Pokemon.
That would be Electrode.
Electrode. Was that the base one or the evolution?
It's an evolved form of Voltorb, if memory serves. Good thing I'm here, really.
Yeah.
Missing Vowels, a Spice Girls song, TWBCMN 363 or 161 might be a clue in the crossword clues.
Just says here, like Only Connect again, innit?
Just a bit like Only Connect, much like What Comes Forth, you're given clues with vowels removed. 2 become 1 is what we wanted there. And after 5 questions, Mark, the only one with 5, let's bring some players in. Oni joining the Abyss Arena on 3. Shadowmane joining the game with 3. Claire joining the game with 3. And Only Connect Vet, she's doing quite well here. Mantissa joining the game with 2. Lingo coming in, our first 4-pointer to join the Abyss Arena, right in the centre of the white. Bod's in, one of the original inventors of Only Connect, on 2 points. Lupine's in on 4 as well. Innis is in on 4, another former Only Connect champion right there, or possible. And Lottiver's joining us on 3. Mark not getting in for now, but there may be another opportunity later. Let's continue the game. People in a Song, Blank Cool, Boney M, 1976, with 5 letters. We didn't get this before, did we, Huds?
What's that? People in song? No, so yeah, all the song titles are missing a familial relation.
All missing a familial relation. That was Daddy Cool, Lingo and Mantissa losing a life, dropping down to the middle level there. Let's play on. Category, what comes fourth? 19, 21, 25, blank. 2 digits specifically in this one. We already know that this one is simply what comes fourth in the sequence. The answer was 30.
Yep. Adele's first 4 studio albums.
Well done to Mantissa, Dev, and Innis getting that one right in the Abyss Arena. Everyone else in there getting wrong, along with a lot of people in the wings. HQ Trivia Savage questions. Which singer first performed his rendition of Hound Dog on a 1956 episode of The Milton Berle Show? 5, 7, or 5 or 7?
Yep, so these are 10 questions that appeared on the HQ Trivia and turned out to be savage, meaning most players got them wrong. Some have been slightly adapted to fit the bits.
And we've got a Sea of Green. Elvis Presley is what we wanted there.
Yep, so the original question was, on whose television show did Elvis first perform Hound Dog?
On to Missing Vows again. A quiz show. NLYCNNCT 4 and 7. It's been mentioned a few times, and we've got some vets in the arena. It's Only Connect.
Not to be confused with Connect 4.
Not to be confused with Connect 4. Also a Pokemon, a Greek-derived prefix meaning related to sleep. Don't misread that as related to sheep, as I did when I was proofing earlier on. I got very confused and had to go and reread it, and then it made sense. 5 letters. Also a Pokemon, that would be Hypno.
Yep.
Nothing to say?
There's no trivia on these ones.
The evolved form of Drowsy. I guess I'll fill in for the Pokemon
It's been a while
ones.
since I've watched or played Pokemon games.
HQ Trivia Savage question. The mutant warthog in the Ninja Turtles cartoons is named for which music form? 5 letters. A few people on the bottom rung of the Abyss columns. It's Bebop, and we've lost Claire, Lottibus, Mantissa, Lingo, and David. You've all dropped into the Abyss and throughout the game, but thank you for playing.
Original question, the mutant warthog in Ninja Turtles cartoons was named for a music form originating where? The answer is USA.
Drop by 10 BPM. Speed.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to fit it in.
It's all right. We've got people joining. So as soon as Mark, Cola, Mr. Vertigo, and Dev join the Abyss Arena, on the scores displayed on their podiums, we move on to Missing Bells. A painting, NNLS 404. At the wings, Innis and Mark currently leading with 10-9. No, I beg your pardon. Mark and Innis are both in the Abyss Arena. Sorry, I'm getting my colours confused. At the moment, both on the top flight. Mona Lisa is what we wanted there, Bassoonist losing life.
Yeah, one of the most famous paintings in the world.
Currently at the Louvre in Paris, I believe. Oni and Lupine, that is 5 right in a row. You've got yourself an extra life. You're both back up to the top flight. Well played. Moving on. Also Pokemon, informal American slang for a person who moves in a manner that is too leisurely. 8 letters. And Dragon, welcome to the game. I know you look slightly out of place there. You will be moved up to the bottom of the board after this question. That's a Slowpoke, and Shadowmane, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing.
Yeah, an informal American slang for a person who moves in a manner that is too leisurely.
That was the question, wasn't it?
There was.
It was. Lingo joining the game on 9 points, moving on to what comes fourth. Falling asleep, calling a cab, having a smoke, blank. This was a replacement question for reasons that Samster and I discussed earlier on, and I will tell you after the stream. I'll tell you what the original one was as well. Taking a drag. Bassoonist, you dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game.
Yeah, the first 4 actions in Black Laces, Agadoo.
No, it's not, because I didn't update the trivia. They're the first 4 things in the chorus of Mr. Brightside.
That's not an Agadoo.
That's what the original question was. Moving on, people in a song. Break up with your blank, I'm bored. Ariana Grande, 2019, 10 letters. Yeah, the original question was the first 4 laces of first 4 actions of blanks. We changed that for reasons that I'll talk to you about later on.
Fair enough.
And Mr. Vertigo, you've dropped into the Abyss and you are out of the game. Girlfriend is what we wanted. So yes, we changed it to Mr. Brightside. Shadowmane back in for a second attempt, coming in on 9 points. That's how it works. Next one, category People in a Song. Bring your blank to the slaughter. Iron Maiden, 1998 letters.
You're an Iron Maiden fan?
Big Iron Maiden fan. Really big Iron Maiden. They were the first non-pop band that you would hear on a sort of regular music station that I ever listened to. Daughter, bring your daughter to the slaughter. Shadowmane and Innis losing a life on that one. Peaked at number 1, I believe. Also, Pokemon, surname of Phoenix Suns basketballer Kevin, 6 letters. Bit of a trickier one here, if memory serves. This is not a Gen 1 Pokemon. Durant.
You are correct.
Innis and Kolo dropping into the abyss and out of the game. Gen 3?
I think Gen 3, yeah. Although my knowledge stops at Gen 1, to be honest.
Yes, likewise. Nando, well, beginning of Gen 3. Nando and Mr. Vertigo both joining the game, the Abyss Arena, with 10 points. 23 questions to go. Next one is Missing Vowels. A sport, JL34. This, I think, is the hardest question. It's certainly the one I didn't have a clue on, and is in the 8th of 10 slots. So hardest for the main game.
Well remembered.
If memory serves.
You are correct.
J. Alay and Shadowmane, you have dropped into the abyss again and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Dev, that's 5 right in a row. You've got yourself an extra life. Anything to say on J. Alay?
No, I've just never heard of it. What is it?
Not a scoop. No, not a scoop. Bod, you're into the Abyss Arena with 8 points. Not on the first column though. HQ Trivia Savage questions. Which fictional language first appeared in the 1996 flight simulator game Simcopter? 7 letters. With the headphones on with the music, you just sort of go into a trance a bit. It's really good. Simlish is the answer. Everyone in the Abyss Arena getting that one right. Very well played.
See, I originally thought that Simlish was first invented for The Sims.
Likewise.
Yeah,
apparently not. What comes forth? CWC, WWWF, WWF, blank. 3 letters.
Well, this is one I would definitely get.
I would have got this one as well. And so did everyone in the Abyss Arena. WWE.
Yep, it's all the name changes of the World Wrestling Federation, now Entertainment.
Wrestling Entertainment. Thank you very much, Huds. Moving on. Missing Vowels. A comedian and actor. MMRTN. 3 and 6. This is hard. I don't know, and I proved it. May Martin and Lingo, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing.
Never heard of them.
Likewise. Dragon, joining late but into the Abyss Arena, joining us with 7 points. Obviously done well on the last 5 questions. Here's the next. What comes forth? Switzerland, Timor-Leste, Montenegro, blank, 5 and 5. This again is the hardest question. This was originally 10-pointer. I moved it to the 8 to make the actual 10-pointer a bit harder. This is a tough question. Well done if you get this. You people, South Sudan, Mr. Vertigo, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game.
Yep, these are the 4 most recent countries to join the UN.
Really hard question. Very well done if you got South Sudan there. Oni, that's 5 right in a row. You've got an extra life. You're back up to the top flight. Claire joining the game on 16 points. A few repeats coming in, but that's how the game works. Moving on. HQ Trivia Savage questions. Perhaps also describing a human without eyes or eye holes. What is Swiss cheese without holes known as? 5 letters. Blind. It's blind cheese.
That one I didn't know, but the original question was just, what is Swiss cheese without holes known as? So not much change to that one.
Not much change except to give us an extra in on person without eyes. People in a song. There's no one quite like blank. Some Winifred School Choir 1987 letters. Mark and Lupine neck and neck at the top with 20, with 17 questions to go. It's Grandma Dev. You dropped into the Abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. No one quite like Grandma. Matt the Ref joining the Abyss Arena with 7 points. Welcome on in. Here's the next. Also a Pokemon, the nationality of over half of the inhabitants of the country, now known as Iran. 7 letters. Incidentally, players in the Abyss Arena, the little pips at the top of your columns are the number of consecutive correct questions that you've got. Given 5, you get an extra life. Persian is the answer, and Dragon, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game.
Yeah, Persian, the evolution of the Meowth.
Oh, well
the
done.
Star characters of the Pokemon TV series.
Absolutely. Lottibus joining the game with 14 points. Welcome on in. People in a song. Blank of a Preacher Man. Dusty Springfield, 1968. 3 letters. Remember, after a familial relation. For this answer, anyone who's seen Pulp Fiction should get this, and hopefully a lot of other people besides.
Very famous song.
Thea Green, first one of the game. It's Son of a Preacher Man. Great song. And Mark, that's 5 right in a row. You got yourself an extra life. You're back up to the middle flight. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room. Well played. On we go. 14 questions remain. Also, Pokemon, a clay figure brought to life by magic. 5 letters and spelling matters. It's a Golem. Bodicum, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing.
Golem, I believe rock-type Pokemon?
Evolved form of Graveler and Geodude.
Similar to Onyx.
It's very similar to Onyx. Innes, welcome to the game on 22 points. We're on to missing vowels. A spelled out initialism. SMPR, TCT, NFC, TR, 3, 10 and 6. This is a particularly tricky one, as well as being quite long. I don't know if you've got that sun protection factor. Lupine and Matt, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing.
Also known as SPF. Always use it when you sunbathing or going out in the sun.
Very much so. A lot of factor 50 when we're in Cyprus. Lingo and Topper, you have joined the abyss arena. Welcome to the game. Let's move on. What comes forth? Anger, bargaining, depression, blank, 10 letters. Acceptance. Lottibus, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing.
Yep, the last 4 stages of the Kubler-Ross grief.
Dev, second opportunity for you, joining the abyss arena on 18 points. Let's play on. HQ Trivia Savage Questions. Wrestling was the first name of a passenger on which ship that set sail from England in 1620, 3, 9 or 9? It's the Mayflower was the answer. No eliminations on that round, on that question.
Yep, the original question was in 1620. Which of these was the first name of one of the passengers on the Mayflower?
Very hard question. Apodo, you've got yourself an extra life for 5 right in a row. Back up to the middle flight. Moving on. HQ Trivia Savage Questions again, because we move to a new subset. Which fencing blade is the heaviest from hilt to tip? 4 or... It's not 4 or 2. That's because it's not passing certain characters. That should be a big clue for you. 4 or 2. Epee is the answer. The reason I went for 2 is because it didn't pass the E with the accent characters on the alternate answer.
Yeah, 50-50 toss-up between Epee and Foil, isn't it?
Absolutely. But hopefully that 2 gave you a clue and thinking Ben's program isn't up to snuff and has not counted the accented questions. Mark, an extra life, you back up to the top flight. What comes forth? Pinky, ring, middle, blank, 5 or 7 or 10? That would be index.
Yeah, would have also accepted pointer or forefinger. It is the forefingers moving towards the thumb.
Indeed, 4 digits of the hand, excluding the thumb. Nando and Claire both getting themselves an extra life and both moving back up to the top flight. 8 questions to go. Trying to stay in the centre because we're running out of time. Missing vowels, a viral book, TM, CHB, TS, 6 and 6. No vowels. Can you figure it out from the clues you've got? Atomic Habits was the answer, and Toppy, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. AB Me coming to join us with a score of 21. Welcome on in. All of our players are over in the top half of the left-hand side. On to also a Pokemon, a high-pitched crying noise of a cat, 3 letters. Can our current central players survive for the remaining 7 questions? That would be a Mew.
Yep, famous fantasy Pokemon, I believe. Index number 150 or 151?
151. Mewtwo. Curiously, the clone would be
Yes.
150. Moving on, category, people in a song. Blank in a Coma, The Smiths, 1987 with 9 letters. We had some of The Smiths on earlier on.
We did.
Panic.
Not that I would have recognised it.
No, you didn't.
Because I'm completely uncultured.
Boyfriend is the answer. Oni's got there for the entire game, but has finally dropped into the abyss and is out of the game. Thank you for playing a Podo. That is 5 right in a row. Another extra life. You're back up to the top flight now on 28. Lottibus back in for another opportunity. Currently on 17. Let's go on. What comes forth? Melee, Brawl. For Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, blank. 8 letters. Ultimate was the answer. Claire, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game, but thank you for playing.
Any Smash Bros fans in the chat? Those are the 4 most recent Super Smash Bros games.
Lupine coming to join us. I am aware of the thing that went in chat. I'll address it at the end of the main round. Apologies for that. Missing Vowels, a Broadway play. RSNNTHSM16233. Lupine getting the Hail Mary entry, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players on the bottom rung at the moment. A Raisin in the Sun and Dev and ABMe, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. 2 spots up for grabs. Shapes is in with just 3 questions to go. And Pod is on the last column. If that had been the first Pod, that would have had some tears. People in a Song, Hey Blank. Avicii 2013, 7 letters. Hey brother. Hey brother is what we wanted. No eliminations, a few lives lost. 2 questions left. HQ Trivia Savage questions. What title does Canada's head of state hold? 4 letters. The King. Lingo and Lottibus, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Which means a guaranteed spot is going to Dragon on 16 and the Bassoonist on 14, but we've still got another question. Nando and Innes are poised above the abyss floor. Last one, also a Pokemon. 2 small marks indicating the repetition of something. 5 letters. Nando! You've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. It's Ditto. So someone's going to get a free pass to the final, and it's going to be Lingo Maniac on 29. So after 40 questions, it's time for the final. You notice the ball's going back up to the top. We will refresh your lives. Kudos to Mark, 36 out of 40. We have seen... Has anyone ever got 50 out of 50? I think Toots got 40 out of 40 in the beginning, but that is... Whew.
Impressive.
It's a very impressive score, and it's a rush, this game. You can't stop for anything. You can't pause for breath.
It's great.
Until now. So, just to address something that happened in the chat earlier on the boyfriend girlfriend one. So something. When I was proofing this earlier on, there were 2 questions. There was it boyfriend in a coma? Oh no, break up with your boyfriend.
No, break up with your girlfriend. I'm bored by Ariana Grande.
And boyfriend in a coma
by the Smiths.
And when I was proofing this earlier on, I clocked those earlier on, and I have to say it was because of the spell check. It clocked that the thing was wrong, and I swapped them around. It is not beyond the remit of possibility that the build didn't catch that. Evening, Jack. Welcome to the stream, my dude. People in a Song, break up with your girlfriend, I'm bored. People in a Song, blank in a coma, boyfriend in a coma. Is that right?
That's correct.
So the answer that I've got on the notes here is boyfriend in a coma. Did the answer come up as girlfriend in a coma? I'm just going to go check the chat and see what it said. Turns it should have been.
Yeah, it was question 35, I think.
Boyfriend. Yeah, you're quite right. That should have been girlfriend in a. No, boyfriend.
Boyfriend in a coma is correct by the Smiths, or at least according to my answer sheet. I've looked it up.
The Smiths' boyfriend in a coma. There was also girlfriend in a coma by the Smiths. Now that is something I didn't check. That one's on both Samsa and me. Boyfriend in a Coma is a bootleg album of the Smiths.
2006 vinyl.
So Boyfriend in a Coma was the album. The song should have been Girlfriend. Yeah, only one fits a crossword clue, but it was asking for song. So it was a contentious question that our closer inspection probably should have been thrown out. Because the album was, if the album is Boyfriend in a Coma and the song is Girlfriend in a Coma, the clue at question 35 was asking for
blank in a coma, the Smiths, 1987.
9 letters, which would have been girlfriend in a coma.
No, it would have been boyfriend, 9 letters. Girlfriend's 10.
F-R-I. Okay, fine. So the crossword clue only fitted boyfriend, but I do fully accept that the category... Puzzle Cheetah, welcome to the stream, by the way. I do fully accept that it was asking for... Was it asking for songs? What was the category title?
People in a song.
It was asking people in a song. So I do accept Oni, because I know you got eliminated there after being there from the start, and you're currently on 32. I do accept that was at best ambiguous. And I know Oni got eliminated on that one and had been there from the start. Oni, I am going to give you a token penny reward at the end, which will hopefully go some way towards the fact that you could have potentially won the Abyss because of that ambiguity. Apologies that managed to sneak through. It was one of those ones originally, and to Samster's credit, originally he did have the answer down as girlfriend in a coma, but he had boyfriend down as the answer to the was it the Ariana Grande song. One. So I swapped them, assuming they were just the other way round. And the reality is we probably should have had 2 girlfriend answers, which didn't seem right for the pack because they're all different. So just respectfully on with the quiz. Yes, sorry Dev, I just wanted to address that just briefly, because I know it did impact Tony and sent him out of the game. So apologies for that. Occasionally things do sneak through, but it is now time for the final. Here are the rules. So respectfully on with the quiz. We can both take the rap for that one, Samster. I'm happy to share the blame. So 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Up to 10 questions will be displayed with your answers as before to Persephone's Twitch bot. If arena players drop into the abyss, they are permanently out of the game now and will not be replaced. The winner is the last player standing. If after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left, i.e. highest up their tube. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. It is possible for this game to end with no winners if everyone drops into the abyss before the end of 10 questions and we have a simultaneous drop. So do bear that in mind, but we would like to see a winner if we can. We've got a good spread of players in the abyss arena, including 4 of the top 5, Oni being the 5th of the top 5 not to be here, who potentially should be here instead. But that's just the way the game has panned out, and again, apologies for that. So yes, the question categories are the same, except they will not necessarily be clumped into convenient categories of 2. You might get 2 of the same category back to back, and you might very well end up with... no, that's not what I was going to say. Rewind. You might very well end up with more difficult questions, because these are the most difficult. I've done a little bit of fittering about the pack, so it's not just the most difficult, but broadly these questions are as before, but a little bit harder. Good luck to you all. Keep answering in the lobby, because you get your points times by 5 in pennies. So whatever your points are times it by 5, that's what your payout will be in pennies. Good luck. Let's do the Abyss final. And Bod, you weren't in column 1, you're in column 9. Missing vowels. A politician. LLNJHNS NSRLF 577. For what it's worth, I thought this was the hardest question of the game. Nice one to start the final with. Hats off to you if you got that. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Apparently the 24th president of Liberia.
Really tricky one to start. I did think that was the hardest of the game. A lot of people losing life. People in a song. My Perfect Blank. Undertones 1980. 6 letters. My Perfect Cousin was the answer. 4 people down to their last life already. 3 people still on the top flight. HQ Trivia Savage Questions. The only sprinter to simultaneously hold 100, 200 and 400 metre world records ran for what country? 6 letters. Poland was the answer. Bassoon is the Podo, Lingo and Dragon. You've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game.
Irina Zawinska, I've definitely butchered that. The First Lady of Polish sport.
Also a Pokemon, a sound often discordant, composed of several notes sounding together. We need the spelling of the Pokemon, even if the other spelling might be different. 5 letters. I don't think it is. Clang was the answer. Lupine and Bod, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game.
Not one of the first 151, so
Not
no
one
idea.
I'm familiar with. Shapes, Mark and Innis, both on the last live. What comes forth? Miami, NY, Cyber, blank. 5 letters. It's Vegas, and Mark is the only one to survive. Innis and Shapes, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game, and that is it. After 4 questions, the winner is Mark. What a rush.
GG.
Well played, Mark. This is something that I know has come up before about having the last questions be the hardest, and I did try to shuffle them around, so it wasn't just the hardest at the end. I know it's been commented that it's a bit of a damp squib if we only end up with like 4 questions in the final out of 10. But it's something that we'll take on board and we'll address moving forward. But yeah, it was a tough pack, Ardenfets. It definitely was. And I did remark as much to Samster when we played, when I proved it earlier on, and but I thought it was good because I thought Data Leap was slightly more accessible. So it's good to have a bit of a contrast, and there were definitely a lot of gettable questions in there. But yeah, I think it's the end game. And again, huge apologies to Oni on that typo. And on reflection, I probably should have allowed Clang with a C because I forget this is not a spell check game. So that might have been a thing as well. But we live and learn, and we adapt, and we make changes moving forward. And huge congratulations, not to be taken away from Mark, with a commendable score of 39 out of 44. Huge score. You have survived the abyss. You will get that mark on your name on the internal leaderboard, which you can all view over at Persephone's Chair.com/pennies, if I type the thing correctly. There we go. No, I don't want to know my penny count. I want... Oh, for God's... Persephone's Chair.com/pennies is where you go for the leaderboard. So yeah, a couple of things that slipped through the net, but that is always going to be the way here. We are a small operation here, and I do hope you enjoyed it for what it was. And huge congratulations to Mark on championing the abyss. Times your score by 5. That is what you will get paid out in pennies, and I've saved myself 250, but I not have to pay Bodycam. I am going to give Oni 150 pennies as a consolation, because I do feel you might have been slightly cheated on that answer, and I feel that is the token gesture thing to do on that one. So you're deprived of a potential abyss win, but I'll give you an extra 150 pennies to soften the blow of that somewhat. Well done, mate.
Well done.
That's good fun. It's hard to do that because it's so intense. It's just non-stop. But
I love it.
I have to say, it's much easier with 2 people.
Yeah.
So I have to go to all the trivia.
To be honest, once you get into it, like a couple of questions in, like right now I know where things are.
Once you've found them, yeah.
Yeah.
What I probably should do is 10 p.m. in the Azores. Yeah, it really is. An hour late. What I probably should do is rename the tab so it's easier to navigate. Next time
instead of copy of.
Yes, instead of copy of. That's Samster. To be fair, that is what the instruction is on the question writing template. It's just make a duplicate of it, and that's the default name. So we're an hour late, but
oh, it's been great fun.
We've had fun.
I've absolutely loved it. Thank you for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining and coming to do this with us.
I thank all of you for having me as well. Thank you for putting up with me.
And yeah, to everyone, to all of our regulars here at Game Night, thank you for making both HUDs and I know there's been a lot of people over from HUDs' community now, so thank you for making them welcome. People from HUDs' community, I hope you've had a good time. It's been great to have you along, and yeah, it's so nice having a co-host, I have to say. It was I know when Topper made a spontaneous visit over a few months back, that was really lovely to have. And oh, hello, there's a sub bomb there. Matt the Ref dropping 5 gifted subs. Going out to Scorecount, David Bodicum, Optimat, Topper, and Arden Fetch. Enjoy our free viewing for what is probably almost the rest of the season. Season finale, of course, 9th of September. And enjoy this. So you've got an open invite, Topper. Open invite.
Make the trip.
Make the trip. Yeah, Topper's in Berkshire, so he's a little bit further than you. And there's a few people have come and visited Shez Flush. So I know Topper's been over, Ash has been over, Bod has done a flying visit, which he did unannounced. He just turned up at my gate. Been up outside your house, which was very funny.
Remember when that used to be a thing, and now everyone's got mobile phones?
I know, it's like the idea of someone knocking on your door without notice is a completely alien concept.
Isn't it just?
But yeah, so open invite to anyone who can find where we are. You're very welcome. No, it's been a pleasure having you here, and thank you for bringing your guys along as well. It's
always
been
my
huge fun
pleasure to be here,
and a lovely day. And let's not make it infinity till the next time, because this is obviously the first time you've been over.
It is. It's been a long time coming.
It has. I know Huds and I met up in at a Nando's in Bristol
yes.
on my way back from Caerphilly when I was over for work.
Was that a couple months ago?
Yeah, it was a couple of 3 months back, and so Huds it's about a 15-minute detour to go to where Huds is on my journey back from Wales. So we had a very quick meet up at a Nando's with some birthday present shop of your wife, I think.
I was, yes.
Yeah. So he showed me the centre, the centre that's open till 8 every night, which was alien to me, but it's good to have you over, and of course wish you a safe journey back tonight. You will of course text and give us a Discord. Let me know.
Is a throwback. Give you 3 rings.
Give me 3 rings. Yeah. Let me know you got back safe. That is going to be it from Game Night 4 this evening. Just a little bit of continuity before we finish. I gave Topper a shout out earlier on. We're going to give one to Bash as well, because what has Bash got on next week? Bash streams interactive quiz trivia on Wednesdays and Fridays. And next week, he has got 9th of August is going to be Relativity and All Clued Up at 8 p.m. And on Friday, the 11th of August, The Do Drop and 100% and 1,000 Heartbeats. That's going to be a big stream on the 11th of August. So do go give him a follow. He's a great guy. And apparently that shout out hasn't worked because I need to start it with a / not an exclamation mark. Shall we try that again, Bash? There we go. Go give him a follow. He's a great guy and does some really, really excellent quiz and trivia. Some original formats, some remakes from classic shows. Go give him a follow. One to watch. So he's here Wednesday and Friday. Topper, who I mentioned earlier on, who's going to get an internal shout out because he had a real one earlier on. Also does interactive quiz trivia. A lot of oh no, it's SO, for fuck's sake, Ben. Sort your life out. Have a word with yourself. He's going to be here Thursday at 8 p.m, the 10th of August. He's got Elimination, which is an original Topper game, and Slam, which is a remake of the French word-based, sort of word-searchy, crosswordy sort of game, written by K Jarves and 8 Minky, respectively. That's 8 p.m. on the 10th of August, next Thursday. As for me, I am going to be back next week with, next Saturday, in my What's On guide. Where are we? Is it 12th next week? Battlefront, Cryptex, and Distinction. That should be a good night. It should be quite a concise stream because Cryptex is self-running and Distinction is quite compact, I think is probably the safe word of describing that. Who have we got packs from? We have got Battlefront from Clive, if memory serves. We've got Cryptex from Dogfish, resident crossword writer, and Distinction from Jogging as well. Because that's going to be quite a short stream, Cryptex is a self-running game, about 45 minutes, and Distinction can be done inside half an hour if I get a shift on. I might do a sneak peek of the new build of Bidding War as well, which is coming back with an official pack from Lingo Maniac on the 2nd of September. I've completely rebuilt the game. It's brand new. I did do a sort of quasi-dev beta stream in Ash's server on Thursday evening. So I might do an extra one on Thursday evening just to pad out the time, probably with some old questions from a previous ride. So it won't be new trivia, but that will be coming next Saturday. What about you? What are you streaming this week, Huds?
What am I doing? I'm going to be back Sunday night running the Sonic 8, which is Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic & Knuckles, Sonic CD, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, and Sonic Mania back to back to back from 6 p.m. Takes about 5 hours to do all of them.
When's that?
Sunday, 6 p.m.
Oh, God.
Wait, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
6 p.m.
If you're not at my concert, go and watch Huds.
And then throughout the week, I'm going to be doing, basically for the whole month, I'm working on Sonic CD 2011 speedruns, trying to get a top 10 time in that.
Are you running, are you marathoning that anytime soon?
No, I've just done it at ESA.
He just donated ESA. Huds, of course, is a vet of ESA. He's a host and a technical bard and a runner. He's just got back from 10 days in Sweden, doing lots of ESA stuff with a lot of other tangential friends of the community. I know Brix was there, and Arg was there, and so there's a lot of sort of tangential friends. I think a lot of you know I do watch a lot of speedrun stuff, particularly Sonic speedrunning stuff. So that's Huds' back. So do go give him a follow because he's a great guy. And when he's doing Sonic, he's great at quiz as well. Turn his hand to anything very well, but not so much at pool because he's still not as good as me. And on that note, I think it is going to be time to end. But thank you once again to everybody for tuning in, to all of our question writers tonight, to all the proofing team who've helped behind the scenes, and to all our winners, all our players. All those pennies will be added onto your account. Very many congratulations to Mark on surviving the abyss, and thank you to Sabster for that question pack. I'm going to be back next Saturday. I may see you around on Ash's, Toppers, or Huds' stream over the next week or so. But until then, as always, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe out there. And until next time, I've been Royal Flush.
I've been huds601.
And you've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out and good night. We're going to raid Nico, and we're going to say amateur hour. Sorry, last minute thing. I completely forgot about the raid. Let's go raid Nico and share some love. Thanks for coming, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Doing in a future stream